The gate. And we are live. Huzzah! Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another D&D Saturday RSG Wildemount Campaign as we continue on our journey into Dungeons and Dragons, welcoming you to another Saturday. I'm your host and Dungeon Master, Ranger J 1999, welcoming you in for some more D&D fun as we continue the Wildemount Campaign with our lovely cast of friends and adventurers and characters you've come to grow and love. I'm glad to have you guys here. This is our second big stream of the day. Just as a programming note, we're going to go for, let me see, at least 3.5 hours. That's why I've started this early. I still want to get 3.5 hours in of D&D streaming because I'm going to be doing another stream here at 11 p.m. Eastern over on Cubs channel. We're talking about the new changes. So, that's not to worry. That's why we're starting a little bit earlier than you guys are used to, so we can get lots of Dungeons and Dragons action in because it's important. So glad to see everybody here, see everybody in chat. Now, just to guys let you know that when we're normally doing D&D, we're not focusing on chat as much as say like our other streams. So that's because we're kind of role playing and doing things like that. Not personal. You can still say what you want. Sometimes we do acknowledge, things that you guys do, things of that nature. But if we don't worry. You can still do subs and do your funny little emotes and, sound biddies and things of that nature. So sound bites do not work when we're streaming because we don't want anything to be interrupted while we're doing it. We are working on some biddies specifically for D&D, but Finn being the mongrel butthole that he is hasn't uploaded those yet or sent those to me. So he sucks. He sucks. So we'll get that eventually figured out for you guys. So glad to have you guys here. Big shout out to John. Not you, Johnny Mo. You, God damn it, Johnny. First one in the chat. No, it doesn't count. You're one of the players. Get that shit out of here. L2S Entertainment. Glad to have you here. Mama Guac says hello. Hello there. Hello. I'm going to ignore Bad Rongo. Another player. Shame. But welcome everybody else. Critty's here. Of course, she's in one of the characters too. So I guess everyone's just being a butthole. There's Corinth. Yeah, F to you, Corinth. Big F in the chats for you, Dick. All right. But let's get everything started. We'll recap once I do the intro. We'll play the intro, even though it's not updated. It's okay. We do see that we're going to let everybody introduce themselves and their characters. And we start off with the lovely Christy, who has her new icon. There it is. It's beautiful. Huzzah. Introduce your character, Christy.
Hi, I play Critty. I'm a half-elf bard, and I'm queen of the ice frogs now.
Hey. Let's see here. Corinth.
I play Hadalin, your Dwarven Eldritch Knight.
That's right. Next up is Johnny Mo Fracky.
Playing as Reed Tealeaf, your halfling rogue, bringer of mass death.
That was kind of the case last game, yeah. Bad Rongo.
Togarless Dinix, your dragon bone bar.
And porn entrepreneur. Grim the Mechanic.
I'm playing as Drimzal, the orc cleric of the group.
That's right.
Ranger, I was just thinking, what we need is one more player in here that can be the bestest buddy in the whole freaking universe. That's what we need.
Urban Blaster?
Mm-hmm.
The Assassin Master? I mean, I'd love to have
him as like a familiar.
Yeah. What are you doing, bud? You're not going to pay for the drink, are you? I don't pay for this shit. Why don't you order some poutine? It's good. All right.
Doctor knocks you on your ass, God.
Dr. Finn Medicine Woman.
I play Balin Nightbleeder, a human sorcerer.
That's right. And then last but not least, Gur.
I'm playing Ashura, a half-elf Asimar paladin.
That's right. She finally got it correct. Huzzah! Well done, girl.
Okay, nailed it.
Winning. So we will recap in a second. Anything else? No. I'm going to do my Just as a note, I was going to maybe do my GAC tonight. I'm not. My opponent did an FU defense. He put 4 all GLs down in all his top teams. He's basically just like FU, and I'm like, okay. So we'll have a little bit of fun tomorrow and stuff like that. So, so no D&D tonight, or sorry, GAC tonight. So we'll do it tomorrow. But anyway, let's do the intro, and then we'll get into a recap of the game and get this party started. See you in a minute. And we're back. Let's get some fantasy music started. No, that's my enemy rap music list. I don't want to play that. Okay, that would be bad. Hold on. What is this? Oh, God, it's loud. Oh, God, it's so loud. My ears. There we go. Oh, if my bad hearing gets blown away, that's a bad sign. So anyway, we last left our band of merry adventurers. They had gone to Croaker Cave. First of all, they'd been sent to Pellbank Village to investigate a strange occurrence of deaths that had been happening there recently. And so they went to Pellbank Village and met up with the mayor there. Let's see, I forgot his name. I just went completely blank. I had it in my head. Elro, and investigating this strange sickness that had been spreading throughout this village. Seeing the dwarf had brought something back, and they've been investigating it. They'd gone to... pretty much it's been a Sherlock Holmes kind of investigation. They've been the police of this area. And they had eventually led them to Croaker Cave, where they were, after going to pretty much a local store, they had gone there to investigate and found a bunch of thieves there, where Reed Tea Leaf liquefied a couple of them. I mean, literally rolled so much damage in one hit that he literally liquefied one of the assassins. But that wasn't all Reed was going to do, because we eventually got information to go to Croaker Cave, and they went to the cave. Critty made friends with all the ice frogs and is now the ice frog. She's not the queen. She's more like the goddess of the frogs, right? So, and I'm trying to remember what kind of voice I did for that Critty. It was more like they were chill.
It was like creepy
Fat Albert,
baby.
Yeah, they were like, "Hey, baby, what's going on, girl?" Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah, and 90s
or Lando. There you go,
yeah.
Lando.
I'm Lando Calrissian. I'm the hello. What have we here? But wasn't a lot of fights other than just them kind of maneuvering around some traps and things of that nature. They had really no problems because they rolled well. Some funny hijinks ensued, but they basically got to the end where they met up with 2 people. One of them being Hulil. And she basically told them about everything about her, that she had contacted this disease called the Frigid Row, how she came about it, that, you know, that they'd stolen all the stuff from Pelk's Curiosity, which is the store, and she had one of these vials. I think she gave you guys one of the vials, if I'm not correct.
Yep.
Yes. And then paid them a small fortune, basically, and stuff to go try to find a cure for this. She doesn't know anything else other than she's desperate to get the Shady Creek Run trying to find a cure, but she's hoping that the adventurers, what they know, can find a cure. So that's where we left. We're still in the cave. We'll say that unless there's anything else you guys want to ask, I think you pretty much asked everything you wanted to ask. I think we're good on that. So I think you guys, other than anything else, there's pretty much nothing really much more you guys can do here. If there is, let me know now. If not, you guys could. It's late at night, the middle of the night. You guys could head back to the inn for a night of rest.
I think that's what we had originally planned.
Okay. So
near the end of the session last week.
All right, we'll do that. So you guys get a full night's rest, and ding, 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 ding. You guys are all level 7 now.
Woohoo!
Yay! Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun.
All right.
Sweet.
So everyone who, when we do this, we like to do this on the air. So if you would like to just take your stats, you can. I'll let the players do that unless you want to roll. If you want to roll for your hit points, you can. If not, you can just take your, whatever stat, your mid-level point value, add it to your constitution, just add it to your HP. If not, you can roll. You have to let me know ahead of time. Just roll and say, oh, look, I got a 10. Oh, you have to let me know ahead of time if you're going to do that. Other than that, everybody goes to level 7.
Let's see here. I think I get a D8 as a cleric. Yeah. I'm going to try rolling.
You're going to go for the big roll. Big cash prizes from our favorite orc cleric.
Not bad.
What did you if you taken the 5?
I rolled a 5.
Yeah, if you just
5 plus 2, so 7. So
thank
one
you for
more than the no. Wait.
Yeah.
It says 1d8 or 5 plus your constitution.
Right, so you got what you would have gotten. So.
Yep.
Ouchie coming in with her prime sub. There, that's 25 months. Currently on a 6 month.
Hi, Ouchie.
Yeah. Hi, Ouchie. We got all the buttermilk pancakes and donuts ready for you. You can get them anytime. All right. Anybody else want to tempt fate and roll?
God, no.
Okay.
I think I may. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to see what the dice is on Sorcerer. I think it's a D6.
It's not high, no.
It is. What the hell? I'll go for it.
I don't know why you would. You almost want to take the average here.
Yeah. It's been one of those days. Let's see. I'm expecting a 1.
Okay.
Nope.
Oh, big catch prizes, big money. Got a 6. And with your Constitution modifier, that should be a 6.
No, my Constitution modifier is a 4. That's 10 additional hit points.
I know you were smart about that. All right. Anybody else?
How do I apply the hit points again?
Yeah, same.
I
always do it wrong.
Okay, so what you do is, per your level, you can per your class, if you're not sure, ask me, I'll look it up for you. You can take, it's basically it's a dice roll plus your constitutional modifier, whatever that is. 1, 2.
I think they're asking on D&D.
Actually,
yeah, on the sheet
D&D
on
Beyond.
D&D Beyond.
Oh, on D&D Beyond. Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
You
didn't say that.
If you have taken rolls, right, the way we've been doing it, you click on the little anvil icon on your main character sheet. It'll get you to the stats page. When you go to your class page, in the top right, there's a box that says max hit points and hit dice, and then there's a manage HP button.
Yep.
You click on that.
Okay.
Actually, before you do that, level yourself up.
I
on
did that.
Class page, you make yourself level 7. You click on manage HP.
It automatically
and you should have a
factors
value
in
the
your constitution
rolled
bonus.
HP box. Do you see a value in that rolled HP box?
Yeah.
So whatever you take, so whether you take your average, whether you take a dice roll, add it to that number, and then hit apply at the bottom. Your constitution modifier automatically gets added when you level yourself up.
Okay, so just whatever you would have rolled.
Yeah.
Correct. So if you've got a 5, add 5 to that rolled HP box, and then just hit apply at the bottom.
And what's the one for Bard? Like how many average hit points?
Bard is probably a D6, so it's probably a 4.
I'll look. Would you say Bard? A bard,
Yes.
eh?
For Kriti and I.
For you and Kriti?
Oh, Bard is a D8. Oh,
Yep.
it's a 5.
It is a D8. So you can take
Yeah, it's the
5
same
a
as mine.
roll.
So it's 5 plus our Constitution, right?
Mm-hmm.
Correct, but don't add your Constitution on your D&D Beyond. There's
just-
already a
okay.
Constitution modifier adding, so just do the rolled part of it.
Gotcha.
Ooh, you guys get your first level 4th level slot.
I do.
Ooh.
I'm so
I'm
excited.
taking polymorph.
Me too.
Well, I'm going to deny that, Badrunga, because you were a dick earlier.
Oh,
Pick
I have
another
freedom
spell.
of movement and
That means
stun
I can get
skin
it?
now.
You can get it, Johnny Mo, but not Badrongo.
Yay!
Did you?
How do I
see
add
what
that to a
named
non-caster
myself
class?
today?
Yeah,
Yeah, you add the spell of something you know, but you have no ability to cast it because you have no.
I know, it's awesome.
Just whisper it to me, Johnny, and I'll say it for you.
No, you won't.
Bonus action. Listen to Johnny.
But it's actually, he says vagina, and you see Badrongo go, "Oh, I cast vagina."
Ah.
Nothing happens. Yeah, everybody should get, for casters, your first 4th level spell. You might need it.
Actually, I get 4 of them.
My sneak
Jeez.
attack
What do you
got
mean you get 4 of
better.
My subclass gives me 2, and I get 1 as for the level up.
How's 2 plus 1 equal 4? You're muted, by the way, there, Potato Head.
Sorry, I get 3.
Okay, that's what I was saying. Like, how the hell did you pull that off? It's still nice, though.
Well, I mean, I get 1 spell slot, but I get access to 3 spells
Yeah, you have to.
that I
Yeah.
have prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is weird. It didn't give me evasion.
What, for Rogue?
Yeah, it didn't give it to me. It was...
You might have to select it in the feats, or
It's just a class ability. That's what I'm kind of like.
Maybe it did, or just not showing that you that it did.
Maybe I just don't know where to look for it. Could be it.
You get evasion now.
Yeah.
It doesn't like you. I don't like you either. You watch yourself.
Oh no.
it'll be in the class features, I think. Right?
Yeah, your sneak attack went up a d6, and you get evasion.
Yep, that's all I get.
More mushy pools of goo coming your way.
These things happen.
Yeah.
That's why. Okay, it shows up in features and traits.
As long as it's there, you're good.
Yeah, I'm fine. I just gotta remember to use it.
Yeah, it's not my job to remind you. It's your job to remind me to remind you.
I know.
Actually, that reminds me
Oh.
about the subclass shift. How far have I gotten?
A little bit.
I'm thinking.
I'll put you this way, Grim. Until this adventure's over, no.
Okay.
Go ahead. Who was saying something?
I'm thinking Dimension Door.
It's a nice one.
If I can get a group opinion, does that sound reasonable
It's a
for
good,
me?
a
good
really
spell.
good spell.
Yeah.
Because I don't really have a way to get away, and I'm thinking that would do it for me.
Double Durgan says,
It
how
does.
how many owls have been shot so far? Watch last stream, Double Durgan, because old Johnny Mo liquefied a couple of them last one.
If your goal, Christy, is to just get yourself away, Misty Step is a 2nd level spell. That might be, or a 1st level spell, or second level spell that may be better, and then you can use your 4th level on something else. Dimension Door helps you to get somebody else
Can
away.
I
as
change?
well.
Can I change?
Yeah, each
My first-
level you're allowed to change
Okay.
one spell as a
I
spell.
thought I had to take a level 4 spell.
you do.
No. You
Don't.
can take. You get one new spell, which can be a level 4 since you unlocked it, and then you have the opportunity to change one other spell as a
Right.
spellcaster.
Level 3 or below.
Yeah, you get the slot. You don't have to take a 4th level spell, but probably not a bad idea.
There's some good
Yeah,
ones.
you can remove one of your 3rd level spells and then you change it to whatever you can cast right now.
Durgan's being Durgan in the chat. I have nothing to do with them but read chat, so it's fine. Because
Well, if I can change a lower level spell, I'd rather change enthrall back to comprehend languages.
Go for it. You can do that.
So that's what I'm gonna do. I like this dimension door. It gives me the option to take somebody with me, which seems to make sense for.
It's a nice spell. I
wanting
mean,
to protect people anyhow. So I think this will work well. Enthrall wasn't working how I liked it anyhow.
that's just because you didn't have anybody. You had people that they just good rolls and resisted.
Exactly, and like all of my stuff is like psychic wisdom saving. I want variety in my life. Okay. Oops.
Yeah, it sucks when we fight somebody smart.
Oh, maybe.
Smart people take an arrow just as well as dumb people.
Quiet stealth boy.
All right, we have the guys and gals to give a couple minutes. I'm gonna go get some more to drink and let them pick their stuff, and then we'll get started in the campaign. But I always like to let these guys level while we're streaming. So
I'm gonna take Death Ward as my 4th level spell.
Good spell.
Well, it was either that or Divination. They're both really good.
For long resting also, right?
I like Death Ward better.
I think we long rested at the end of the last session, right? Before we
Either way, it'll
Well,
apply.
Yeah.
Usually when you level up, it's considered a long rest anyways. So.
Yeah.
Hello.
Although I have leveled up in combat before, where you're not given that ability, you just get the bonuses.
Like mid-combat?
Yeah, not mid combat, but mid dungeon crawl.
Ice frogs.
I had to reprint my spell sheet since I updated it last time, so now I have all that done.
Hi, Ghost Strike.
Hello.
So yeah, the actual 4th level spells I have access to right now are Death Ward, Freedom of Movement, and Stone Skin. Those are the prepared ones I have.
You took all three, or?
I get Freedom of Movement and Stone Skin is the War Clerics. You get those automatically.
I got you, yeah.
They are always prepared. I might start using my spiritual weapon now.
Nice.
Because if I cast it at 4th level, it does 2d8 damage instead of the 1d8 now, which is more than my weapon, my regular weapon.
Even your holy God-given weapon?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Don't feel bad. My weapon only does a 1d6.
hey, the Skate Podcast is there's been subbed for 17 months. Paul must have got the pizza.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Go
Paul.
Strike, my fellow midichlorian. What's going on, buddy? If you guys didn't check it out, we had an incredible Jedi Academy this morning. If you have not seen it for Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, we had a buttload of people on. And I did an extended Jedi Academy because, woo, did we have a lot to cover. We had so many questions. I mean, we must have done 100 questions, and I still had about 50 more. That's how crazy it was this morning.
Well, I mean, CG dropped the bomb on you guys.
They did drop a bomb.
That new video format, though, was awesome.
Yeah, I loved it. I'm going to encourage them to keep doing that. I've actually applied for CG before for a job there and got pretty far in the process. One of the things I said is you've got to start using YouTube as a platform for doing information stuff.
Absolutely.
Oh, that reminds me, Ranger. I don't know if anybody brought this up because I missed the show.
How dare you? Hold on. Ouchie the Swug was poo. You're not poo, Ouchie, and I love you, but that was poopy to say. I love it. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Did you see Bosch in the background with Doja Fett during the video?
I don't remember. One, because I've been streaming most. I'm tired, and no.
So
Did you just say Doja Fit?
That's his name.
Yeah.
Freak.
That's
his
dev.
username.
Yeah, we're talking about a dev.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotcha.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy. All right. That being said, I think we are everybody good on their levels. Last call. Forever hold your peace. And nomine Padre, Filii Spiritus Sanctus. All right, we're good.
Yeah, I got my spells all picked.
Yay! Mr. Rogue with the spells, you son of a...
He got his 4th level spell and no spell slot to use it.
That's right. All right. Okay. It is the next morning. You guys are in the tavern. You're eating a nice, healthy breakfast. And you see the mayor come in. Or the elven ranger, the older gentleman, the older elvish gentleman you saw previously. And he comes up and he's like, "Good day to you. I hope everything is well." "I can tell that you're a talkative bunch in the morning, so I'll just leave it at that."
I like ice
nom,
cream.
nom, 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 nom.
Yeah, I was gonna say my character's not saying anything because his mouth is full of food.
Sure.
I'm just trying to see what his name is.
He kind of sits down quietly next to you guys and says, "So, what can you tell me?"
Well, ice frogs are pretty chill.
"Not about that."
Oh.
He kind of gives you a wink.
You have any idea who Irvin Lyle is?
Irvin, he's like, he kind of looks at you kind of, not suspiciously when you say that, Reed, but kind of curiously, like, "Well, yes, why do you want to know who that is?" What inn are you guys staying in right now?
The one that's not in the red light district.
I know that part, Mr. Man.
I forgot the name of it.
Which one did you guys pick? I don't remember. I don't want to just assume because that was a couple of episodes back. Does anybody remember the
Skinny Salt.
The which one?
Skinny Salt.
Okay. I needed to know that because I couldn't remember which one you guys picked. So, all right. It says, well, yes, I know who that is. That's the owner of the Jolly Dwarf.
Well, it looks like he very well.
And
Jolly Dwarf is if I remember correctly, Ranger, Jolly Dwarf is the one that Reed and I got sent to, right? After we got kicked out of Skinny Salt.
no, the Jolly... I don't remember. That's why I'm asking you guys, because I usually don't write down the name of the hotel, so I usually help you guys write that down. I think you guys
We
are...
started at the Skinny Salt, and then I think we got kicked out, and we might have gone to the Jolly Dwarf.
No, it was not the Jolly Dwarf.
I don't even think we got a name of it. It was just like...
Yeah, we just found a
I think we named it...
inn.
Yeah, it was the Prostitutes Are Us Foundation.
Okay,
like the Heroin Inn or something.
Yeah, the Heroin... Yeah,
Prostitutes Are Us Heroin
It was
Inn.
Club Vanda Sect.
It was a subset of Holiday Inn called Not Holiday Inn.
Okay, not Holiday Inn.
But no, he says that that's the wife of... I'm sorry, the partner of his husband owns the place. They're co-owners, Fenton Tethwick. Why do you ask?
Well, it looks like there had been some vials sold to a particular store that he may have bought one of. It could either be an antidote or more of this virus.
And he kind of leans in. He's like, "Have you come up with a name for what this is?" You guys did get a name. I told you the name.
Wrote it down.
Bridget will.
Frigid
will.
Very scary sounding.
You see the blood drain out of his face.
You're looking kind of pale.
Oh God, not the vampires again.
It's like... This then, the mayor turns into the vampire and bites the head off Grimm's character, and he dies. No, he just says, "Frigid, what did you say?"
That is what we were told.
Well, I was afraid this might be what it was, but I've never seen it before.
If you were afraid that this is what this was, why didn't you tell us before we left?
I'm not a medical professional. I don't know what this is. I've never seen it before or heard of it. But I did reach out to one of my contacts who I have looking into this. Why don't we do this? I'm going to get in touch with my contact now that I know what this is. Why don't you head to, well, after your delicious breakfast full of vitamins and minerals, head to the Jolly Dwarf, see what you can find there. And I'm going to get with one of my contacts who's been to Islecross before and see what they know about this. Now that we have a name. I didn't have a name before. I didn't know what this was, or I never even heard of this before. So if you can do that, that would be magical.
Have you seen this Irving in the last day or so?
Don't usually stop by there. I see them once in a while when I'm passing, and I know of the family, and you know, it's Irvin's a good man, and his partner Fenton is a good man too.
Not fair enough. And we'll just get directions from the mayor.
I think they have a partner. It's actually, even though they run it, I think it's owned by a retired adventurer named Arl Bortok. And he's a dwarf. You usually can find him behind the bar. Arl, I kind of know. Just tell Arl if you see him that I sent you there.
All right.
All right, let me go get in touch with my sources and see what I can find out about this. Now that we know the name. He says, by the way, he puts a bag of gold on the, or bag of something on the table, says, this is just for your effort. And then he walks out.
Cha-ching!
We don't know if it is actually money. It could be another head or something.
I'll reach over with my reaching stick for breakfast and pull it to me, see what's in it.
It's a bag of 250 gold.
Very nice. I'll throw that into the bag of holding.
Oh,
Should
at some
we
point, Johnny, you have to tell me
start
what
throwing
you
all
want.
that stuff in the community pot?
Yeah, at some point, Johnny, you have to tell me what you want in the community pot.
I figure we'll split it all up eventually.
Okay. So right now you're just holding, because I haven't tracked anything, just making sure.
Yep.
As long as you have it, then we're good.
All right. So you guys are enjoying the breakfast. If you guys want to talk about anything, you can. If not, then we'll move on to the next part of this.
Nom, 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 nom.
I'll eat every piece of bacon I can reach.
There's
I
plenty.
like counting money while you eat bacon.
I'll eat every piece of bacon. Short Reed can't reach.
There's plenty for everybody. Trust me. There's no shortages of sausages and bacon and eggs for you guys. Even porridge for those that don't want to eat that. So. All right. You guys have anything to say? Wait a minute. Why is Gara in the Simpsons dining room?
Shira.
It is better than being in my dirty bedroom.
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen your dirty bedroom. But
I mean, if you were looking, you would have seen it a few minutes ago.
You have to be careful, because then Bad Rongo makes it his own.
Yeah, Bad
Now just picture
Rongo.
me.
Yeah, so who's playing Marge? He's playing Homer in this scenario. Bad Rongo and Gara. That's all we want to know.
I'm like Marge's sisters.
Hey,
Well, I think we all know who's playing Rongo.
you're a very sexy man.
Selma Rongo.
Yeah. I dig it, Gar. That's cool. I hadn't had a chance because I'm looking at like 9,000 screens, so I just looked over and like, because you weren't on screen, and then all of a sudden I'm like, wait, is that the Simpsons living room? It is. Fantastic. Secrets.
Actually, now all we need is the Family Guy back living room for Rongo there.
Oh, hey, dog. All right.
Say Cool Whip.
Cool whipping. Say cool. Cool. Say whip. Whipping. All right. Anything else? Any conversations? Last call. And we're moving. We're going to the Jolly Dwarf. You guys pick up your stuff and head to the Jolly Dwarf. When you guys see it, it looks like it's a 2-story inn. You guys walk into the downstairs. You can see that it's got a top part, probably for all the, what you assume like most inns, it's bottoms, the bar, entrance, that kind of thing, and then the top is where all the rooms are at. So you walk in and you see that the downstairs of this inn features a large tap room. You see a gray-haired dwarf behind the bar greets you cheerfully as you enter. He says, "Good day to you, travelers!" And you also see 2 male humans and 2 tiefling children laugh among themselves as they enjoy a meal together. Looks like they're enjoying a nice breakfast.
I'll go over. I'll sit at the bar.
At the top of the morning to you there, laddie. What can I do for you? Welcome to the Jolly Dwarf.
Oh, thank you.
Arl Bortok, owner, operator, entrepreneur.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Reed Tealeaf.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Sir Tealeaf. What can I do for you?
Do you have tea?
Well, I sure do.
Oh, fantastic. Could I have a pot of it, please?
Kind of looks at you like, he's giving you that look like, money first.
I'll put the gold on the bar.
Oh, he just hear, oh, he just runs to me like you've never seen a dwarf move so fast. Comes back, he's like, oh, here's your tea, sir.
Thank you.
It's my pleasure. It's not the best brew, but it'll do it for you. I'm not much of a tea drinker myself.
As long as it's warm, that's usually the best.
Well, it's got hot water.
That's a plus. So,
just real quick, what are the rest of you doing? Are you just standing like a bunch of lumps on a
I'm gonna be going towards the bar where Reed is.
Yeah, I'll go to the bar.
Okay, you guys are kind of just going near the bar. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, more visitors. Well, who would like a nice stiff drink or something stronger? I got some fine dwarven spirits if anyone's interested.
Jesus Christ.
I will take a dwarven spirits.
All right. All right, Mount Brew. It'll be nice for you. He pulls this special concoction out and he takes off this has been aged 50 years for you there, laddie. And he pours a little bit in the cup and he hands it over to you, Balin.
I will take...
You know the process. Just go ahead and make the Constitution saving throw.
Open here. Okay. 13.
Balin immediately collapses.
Mm-hmm.
He takes a sip and you hear him go and just falls over. Hits his head on the bar and falls over.
I'm not standing there and I sit there and, well, it's about that time he fell over. I'll have an ale, and then I'll grab the back of Balloon's.
You just hear the dwarf chuckle. Non-dwarves trying to drink
and lift him up and
dwarven spirits
on a stool.
He looks at you. Anybody else want to try me dwarven spirits? It's fine stuff. He just looks at you, Hadlin's like, I don't even have to ask. He just hands it to you. He gives you some of the dwarven spirits.
Thank you.
Good to see a fellow dwarf up in these parts. All right, you're not the talkative type. All right, what can I do you for? Right, none of you are the talkative type other than the little halfling here.
You know, am I unconscious, Ranger?
Irvin Lyles.
Kind of looks at you suspiciously. He's like, what do you want to be doing with that person?
Should I do Weekend at Bernie's with Finn's
yeah,
character?
he's just kind of sitting
Am I
there
unconscious or just like on the ground?
No, you're unconscious on the ground. You're
okay.
both.
Got it.
No, I actually picked him up and like.
Oh, you're doing Weekend at Bernie's. He's kind of
the
mouth open. Yeah.
The chair.
We're actually looking because we believe he purchased something that could actually be fairly dangerous.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, recently there were a number of items that were sold to a store, and
what store would that be?
It was the oddities shop, if I remember
Pelt's
correctly.
Curiosities.
Yeah,
Or
Pelt's
That's
Curiosities.
the one.
Oh yes, I know that one place very well.
Well, unfortunately, I'm sure you've heard of the disease that seems to be spreading through the town.
Oh, I do.
Well, unfortunately, it seems as if that disease might be traced back to some of the items that were recently sold to that store.
What does that have to do with Irvin?
You may have bought the item actually spreading the disease, or possibly the cure to it. We're not sure. That's where we're
You
hoping
just
to
see
see.
the dwarf has got a mug in his hand. It's a metal cup, and he literally just squeezes it till it crushes in his hands. Or is that the case?
We're not looking to do him any harm. And
Oh, don't
obviously,
worry. If that's the case, I'll be doing him some harm. And you just hear him scream, Arvin! And then you see that group that was over there eating. You see him just like, yes? Get your pointy ear bastard self over here, you wee bunny butthole. And he comes over. He doesn't rush over. He's like, yes, Art, what is it? These fine adventurers have been saying some interesting stuff that you're making a purchase, or you have your hands on something. I'm going to let them speak, and I do say that you be honest with them. Oh, you little dwarf. He kind of touches his head. I hate that. Don't do that to me. It's like, oh, you're silly. It's like, oh, guest. Sorry, me and my partner and my children are having a breakfast right now. What can I do you for?
I'm going to lean over to Reed and be like, I think they're partners.
His ears pick up and he goes, yes, that's correct. I'm half elven, so I have excellent hearing, so don't try to whisper.
You said you had children here too?
Yes, they're adopted. We love them. Over there are my two. You can see them, my little bundles of joy. They're both, you can see they're tieflings. They're a handful. We've named them Honor and Magic. They're wonderful children. We love them.
That one has your eyes.
Oh, sweetie. He just starts blushing. Oh, gosh, I like you.
Well, what do you say? Should we go put on a show for the kiddos?
Well, they're having their breakfast right now. I want them to have a complete breakfast because they need it for their learnings. But I'm totally okay with that after the fact. But it'll be about 30 minutes before they're done with their breakfast. They're being a little stubborn today.
well, I can tell, obviously, family is very important to you.
It very much is.
So, why don't you have a seat for a second?
Sure, let's just go over here. I've got a great spot. You know,
Stay away from the children, just because what I have to tell you, it could be dangerous for them.
Oh, danger, you say?
Now,
all right,
a few weeks ago...
Hold on. Let's go sit at the table. Let's be civilized about this. Let's go. Okay. And he starts sitting you guys like boy, girl. And then it's like, all right, I'm going to sit next to the gnome. And then...
I'm not a gnome.
I'm sorry. Oh, I apologize.
I am way taller than a gnome.
I'm sorry.
At least 8 inches on a gnome.
You're right. I apologize. The non-dwarven person. And then he sits you arranged, and then he kind of sits next to you. He's like across from you, so he can look right at you. All right, Mr. Non-gnome person. I'm joking with you. I'm just having some fun. I knew you were a halfling. I just wanted to see what you would do. And you handled it quite well. I really respect that. All right, so tell me, what is the big hado that we had to go away from my children and my husband? What is going on?
Well, a few weeks ago, there were some items sold to a store. We believe that you bought one of those items.
Yes, I didn't buy it from the store. I ran into, I do some traveling, and I ran into Hulil on my way back on the road to Pellbank Village here. And she said she was moving and needed to shed some possessions. And I said, okay. And to buy some Aurorian relics, and I'm just into history. I love buying stuff like that. So I bought a couple things.
One of them a vial of blue fluid.
Yes, it was a strange. It looks nice. It glows. I don't know what it is. I haven't had a chance to have it evaluated yet.
Do you still have it?
Of course I have it.
All right. Now listen to me carefully.
Yes.
The virus.
He's like, hold on. He's like, hold on. He pulls like this vial out of his in this cloth. He's like, here it is. Would you like to see it?
Yeah, if you could just lay it down on the table.
No, here, you can have it. Here, look at it.
No.
It's beautiful.
Lay it down on the table, please.
I don't think we need to be rude about this.
I'm not being
there's
rude.
Nothing
I'm
wrong
just
with
asking
me. Just take the vial. It's right here in my hand. It's in a cloth. It's not going to bite you.
The vial very well may be what's killing people in the bloody town. I'm not touching it.
He kind of looks at you like his face drains like he saw the mirror earlier. What?
That vial came from a stash of things that were sold to a store.
Yes.
That Hulu went and stole from the store.
Oh.
That lot of items.
You don't say.
Has been linked to, well, quite possibly the fact that this frigid woe virus or disease has been killing people in the town.
You just see him visibly start shaking with
So
the
please,
vial in his
very
hand.
carefully.
He starts hyperventilating. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. He can't move. He's just sitting there shaking with his vial in his hand.
I'll reach out and I'll sort of grab his wrist.
Okay.
Ease it down towards the table.
He doesn't want to move. He's petrified. What do you say?
Take it easy. Let's get the vial somewhere safe first.
Make a persuasion check.
Come on, computer.
Computer.
Mouse, how quaint.
Johnny Mo, you get a free reroll because you knew what movie that was from. You want to use it now? Go for it.
Absolutely, I want to use that now. Oh God, yeah,
Jesus
I'm not good
Christ.
For all the people that didn't know, that was from a Star Trek movie.
Star Trek for the Voyage Home. I mean, goddamn, Johnny. I even tried to help. I gave you advice.
One with transparent aluminum.
Should have just broken his arm so it just like ran.
I'd have been better off just shooting with a bow.
Okay, so this is
liquefying him so it slowly lands on the table.
Yeah.
He just
in a pool of goo.
His hand can't move. Now I need you to make an athletics strength check for me, please.
Could I make a dexterity check to just pick up the rag that he had it in and put it down?
I'll give you an option. Make a sleight of hand check to see if you can take the vial out in a dastardly, roguish way.
Yeah, 26.
You do it perfectly and put it on there, and his hand's still there. He doesn't even know what happened. You guys are just like, it's like a magic trick, and you don't even know what the hell just happened. But the cloth is laying on there. Is like, oh my god, we've all touched it. We thought it was so pretty.
Togar, would you mind taking a look at this vial?
God.
Trying to identify if it's the virus.
You can't see the vial. It's still wrapped up in the cloth.
I'll put the cloth down on the table, open the cloth up.
How do you... Okay, make another sleight of hand check to see if you can open it correctly without touching the actual vial.
24.
Like a surgeon. Like a surgeon.
For the very first time.
Yes. Graham, you get a free reroll because you knew who that song was. All right, you guys see that it is exactly the same type of vial that you had been given previously. Oh my god. My children. My husband, are we gonna die?
Alright, you're lucky. It doesn't look like it's damaged. Has it leaked since you've had it?
So I'm gonna say, hey,
but how do you know that? What's gonna happen to us? We touched it.
Before Togar starts walking over there, I touch him on the shoulder and cast my brand new death ward on him in case he messes up touching the thing.
Oh, okay. Togar doesn't plan on touching this thing.
Okay, so here's the thing. As make a medicine check, just general medicine check.
Oh,
just
for me or
for you, before you cast a spell. I don't want you to waste a spell.
Okay, let's see here. Medicine. There it is.
That's good enough. You know that this is a contagion where if you probably touch it, it's bad, but death save ward is not going to do a damn thing for you.
Okay. Then I won't cast it on him. I'll tell him to be careful.
As long as he doesn't touch it, he's fine. But Reed's already opened the thing, so he can see that it's clearly that. As long as you know, now you know what it is, you can confirm. You can easily not touch it. So
yeah, be careful there, Togar. You know, my spells are awesome for healing and stuff, but I can't protect you from Ebola.
No, I'm not touching.
All right, you lost the free reroll because you said Ebola. There's no such thing. Take away the free reroll I gave you. All right. This guy's panicking. He's just like hyperventilating, like, "Oh my god, oh my god."
Critty, maybe you can calm him down.
You guys need to check us out. I mean, I don't want to die. What are my children? Can someone go look them over?
We can definitely check them out. But how about if you come sit down with me and let's just have some deep breathing exercises.
Make a persuasion check.
Let's focus.
Okay. I kind of like you. I don't even know your name.
My name's Gritty.
Okay, let's go over here and sit. And he kind of just grabs your hand.
Some deep breathing. Let's
all right.
Focus on just the beauty around us. This lovely tavern.
All right. Who's going to go check the other people? You guys said you would.
I guess I'll go take a look at them.
All right. How do you approach this group? You see a well-built human. He's sitting there with the kids. The kids are sitting there with their arms crossed. Looks like he's trying to get them to eat something that they don't want to eat. And you just hear him like, "Listen, you two. This can go the easy way or the hard way, but you are going to eat this, and we'll sit here all day until you do." And you hear one Tiffany is like, "Nah." They look like they're about 7-8 years old each.
So Togar's gonna walk over.
You're walking over with Drom?
To where the kids are?
Yeah, you see the human kind of looks up and then he gets a little nervous. He's like, "That's close enough, friends. How can I help you?"
"Oh, we're just here to make sure everyone's doing all right." And then I'm actually gonna cast Major Image and turn the kids' breakfasts into like little bowls of candy. Taste like candy, smell like candy, all the good stuff. I'm gonna make sure he sees me do it.
You see the kids go, "All right, yay, huzzah!" Eat the hell out of it. And then you see one go, "Wait a minute, this isn't candy. You're a bad man. Wait a minute, you're not a man. What are you?"
"Oh, I'm a dragonborn.
What's that?"
"Here to teach you how to love eating this delicious
You look like a
breakfast."
big giant serpent.
And then I'm going to move into forceful presence, but
against a kid, really?
Yeah.
You're a dick.
"I'm a serpent, but I'm a breakfast serpent. We're here to make sure you eat your breakfast like good children."
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard, Batrock.
He's Togar the tiger. They're great.
We take
They're
ones
great.
who don't.
Awful. Just awful.
Togar, the Dragonborn, says, "Eat your breakfast, kids."
And if you don't, I'll force you by will.
You're getting like PSAs from Togar.
God. Togar flakes. They're great.
Togar flakes. They make a cream for that.
I'm going to actually roll against that because...
Oh my god. Togar
So the one
cereal,
kid's like...
"It looks delicious, but it tastes like crap."
It tastes like poop. All right, the one kid's like, ooh. The other one's like, he just gets out of his chair. He comes up to you, Togar, and kicks the hell out of your shin. Rolled a natural 19. And he just looks at you like, hey, you quit picking on my brother. You see his eyes are kind of glowing red. He is a full-fledged tiefling. He's got little horns, and his eyes are kind of glowing a little bit red. And then you hear the other guy like, no magic. That's not how we treat our guests.
I suck with children. Oh, Jesus Christ.
It hurts. He kicked you hard in the shin.
So I'm just going to hobble over to...
Okay, so Togar's hopping around. Dromsel, what do you... And then he kind of looks at you.
I'm good.
He just kind of does this thing you've seen in the shows where the head raises up and he just looks at you. He's like, oh...
Well, there's been an interesting predicament being passed around town, correct? This is talking to the older guy.
I've heard something about it. What does that have to do? Who are you?
Well, my name's Drumzal. I'm a priest of the Raven Queen.
Why is my husband over... Hold on, he puts up his hand. Why is my partner over there freaking out? What did you guys do? And you see, this guy is very well built. I mean, he is super well built. You can tell that this guy, probably from your interpretation or your just observations of him, this used to be an adventure of some sort. And he stands up and he's 7 feet tall.
Oh, he's almost as tall as me.
Yeah, but
I'm still looking down at him.
Long, flowing blonde hair. But he looks like, you see his eyes kind of have that look of madness behind it. Like he knows how to, you can tell that this guy knows his stuff. And he's like, why is my partner over there? And then you hear the guy who hears this, his ears kind of twitch a little bit. You see this Critty, and he's like, it's okay. I sent him over there. It's fine. Just let him do his thing. He's like, Drumzal, I can see you're a follower of the Raven Queen. Is that correct?
Well, yeah, I just said that, didn't I?
No, I hadn't let you got that far.
Oh, okay then. But yes, I'm a priest of the Raven Queen. I just want to take a look at you and your lovely family.
Before that, who's your idiot dragon friend over there hopping around that just got kicked in the shin by my son?
He has his moments, but he's a good person.
He kind of looks at you with a raised eyebrow. You're claiming you're the victim. Are you a victim of children? Often?
Look at me.
You know what? That makes a lot of sense. And he just completely ignores you from this point forward, Togar. He looks at Drom. He's like, well met. He puts out his hand.
He's a good man, but
he puts out his hand like, well met there. Yeah, he puts out his hand like, well met, Drumzal.
I'd rather take a look at you guys and make sure you're
you can't shake.
As far as the thing that's been going around, I just want to make sure your family's
stop.
Okay.
First of all, you're not shaking my hand. Why? As one warrior to another.
Okay, I'll shake his hand.
Okay. He's like, all right, have a seat, please. And then you see him grab one of the kids and puts them back in the seat. Behave. And he has in such a voice, like that parent voice, where they just sit there like, okay. They just sit there not moving. And he kind of takes a deep breath. All right. What can I do for you today, Drumzal?
Well, I'd like to give you guys a quick little
why would you need
medical examination just to make sure.
Why would you need to do that with us?
I've been giving it to everybody else, including my group. You may have come in contact.
That's a lie. Make a deception check.
Okay.
The ones continue for Drum.
At least
the ones continue for Drum. That is such baloney.
Part of it is true, though.
Most of it is bullshit.
You may have come into contact with something that's
a lot of it was a lie. You had not examined your party. I can just go down.
The exam the party was the only fit.
Yeah. He kind of gives you a look like, no.
So he doesn't let me.
No.
look them over.
What do you do then?
Well, then I guess I'll go have to have a talk with the city mayor.
You do that.
And I get up and I start walking over there.
Do I hear all of that going on?
You do hear that going on.
Can I just walk over?
You can do that.
Hi.
So can I do an intimidation on that one when I say I'm just going to have to go talk to the mayor?
No, not after you roll the natural one. I'm not going to let you save your ass on that one, Grim. What is with you with these ones lately, man? You're making the game interesting.
Roll 20 hates me, man.
It really does.
Grim, I think you gotta like buy stock in Roll 20 and have them redo it all for you.
How I am with mod depression, Grim is with Roll 20 with ones. I'm really
see the dice that Roll 20 uses. If this would have been like an in-person game, these are dice that would have died. Like I will have burnt them.
I'm sure we would have had a seance, but
yeah, I will have burnt them. And then after burning them, incinerated them some more.
You know,
and then fed them to a dog.
It makes me want to play Grim in Blood Bowl because that's all dice. I think I would just destroy Grim in that game. I'm going to go score. Oh, you somehow rolled a 1 impossibly. Don't score it. Fumble the ball and killed yourself. All right. Reed Tea Leaf, what are you doing?
I'm going to stand over between the twin towers here, these two fellas, Drum and the other fella.
His name is Fenton.
Fenton, right?
Well met.
I'm Reed. Nice to meet you.
Well met, Halfling.
Look, my friend here is only trying to...
What did you say your name was?
Reed.
Tea Leaf?
Aye.
Come with me.
You are the father.
He beckons you to come to another room.
I'll follow him.
When you guys get to a back room, he just gives the dwarf a look, and you guys get to the back room. He gives you a sign that you recognize as part of the guild.
Well met.
Well met indeed. I've heard your name before. He puts his hand out to shake yours.
I'll reach up and shake it.
More cordial than your orc friend. I would have thought a follower of the Raven Queen would have more understanding, but he seems to be a potato head.
Most of them are still learning. Not all of them have been around the world as much as us.
So, my fellow agent, what can I do for you?
Well, we don't want to worry you, but your husband had purchased a blue vial.
Yes, he purchased it from Hulil. He always gets stuff from her. He kind of looks like exasperated. He likes fancy things. I give him money to buy things to make him happy. You kind of understand what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'll look for a barrel or maybe a box to stand up on so I'm not kneecap high on this fella.
He's actually kneeling down next to you in respect.
Okay.
His arms are the size of you, by the way.
Easily.
He looks like he's a northern barbarian of some land. You're not sure who, but he's probably from not even this continent, but you're not sure. But yeah, the fact that he's an agent tells you a lot.
Hulu's on death's door right now. She's got that disease that's been going around.
What?
Aye. It's that frigid woe, most likely. And it looks like she may have contracted it from the same lot of things that she got that blue vial from.
He looks at you deadly serious. Is it contagious?
Extremely.
He literally lifts you off the ground, picks you up, and then not in a bad way, but just picks you up, opens the door, more like kicks the door open. You see the dwarf going, "Oh shit!" He walks over to his husband, and he's like, "Ervin?"
Yeah, am I being like nicely cradled?
No,
or
with
like
one
picked
hand
up
he's
by
got
the throat?
No, he's got you by the back of the shirt, lifting you up. And you see, you can feel like your senses like this guy is in full barbarian kind of rage. And he comes over to where you are at, Critty, with Irvin. And he's like, Irvin? And you just like, yes? Tell me, you, from what this honorable halfling has said, that you have not poisoned us. I didn't know. Critty, the breathing's not working, Critty.
More deep breathing. More deep breathing.
Fuzwa, I'm doing it.
I'm working with Irvin on visualization and positive reinforcement. But if you could just let my silly orc friend over there check your children, we'll make sure that they're healthy, okay?
You see him gently put you down, rating, just give you a nod, and he's like, Orc, check my children.
Okay.
I'll sort of take Fenton off to the side a little bit more.
Okay, yeah. He gives a nod that the dwarf leaves the bar, so you guys are kind of at the bar by yourselves.
We've got the vial separate. It's over there on the table. My dragonborn friend is going to check it out to see if it's either the antidote or if it is indeed more of the virus.
Okay, before we start, we would have said that you would have had time by now, Bodronger, to check that out. Are you going to use identify or some kind of spell for this, Togar?
I am not touching it, so I'm not using identify.
Then make a medicine check. No, I'll let you make an Arcana check. Because you have seen one of these before, so yeah.
Okay. 16.
Yeah, it is.
It is the poison or the antidote?
It's not the antidote.
Okay.
Well, Mr. Tiefling, I think we should keep this under...
He's a giant human barbarian.
I was talking to my buddy Reed.
Oh, well, you didn't say that. And he's not a tiefling.
Halfling.
Reed,
that'll work.
Togar just called you a tiefling. How do you feel about this?
I keep getting called everything on Earth. It's just that here. Uncommon.
You hear from across the room, that's okay, he called me a half-orc last week. He's lucky I didn't smash his skull, but it's okay.
That's fine. I'm waiting for the day somebody mistakes me for an orc. That ought to really be jolly.
You hear the dwarf like, oh, you're not an orc. I could have sworn.
Oh, yeah. The lack of 6 extra
Johnny
feet.
Mo, why do you keep clapping your hands? Do you have mosquitoes or something?
I got a gnat that is literally...
Oh, I hate that. They're little bastards.
Buzzing me.
I hate the summertime because one little gnat gets in here and it just starts buzzing around. You can't kill the little bastard. It flies in your face. You try to kill it and it's too smart and you can't do anything because you're trying to strain.
Yeah, I think I just got it. Next stop is to just napalm my entire apartment.
I know, right?
But see, you need chopstick. Catch chopstick.
With a gnat.
Yeah.
Graham, you just lost a roll. No, I can't. You did Karate Kid. You're good. You're squared. I can't.
I'm sorry. The movie channels have been playing all the old 80s and 90s movies all weekend. So, yeah.
All right. Drum, make a medicine check with advantage because you've been given permission. And
okay, and would I be able to use guidance on myself? To make sure.
Yeah, for this I would say
I do a good job on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kids we're dealing with here. I don't want to screw anything up.
Absolutely, brother. I'll let you do it. Okay.
I might actually need it.
To do the guidance on the first kid.
So your guidance is a D4.
D4. Add a D4. Okay.
17.
And then do it for the next kid. Add your D4.
21 on the second one.
Good rolls. Both are showing, from what you've been able, and you've seen this enough. You've seen the effects of this. You've seen what it does. You know enough about this drum. Both kids are showing the early stages of this disease. They probably have a week or two to live.
Okay, I'm not going to be obvious on the oh crap, but I'm not gonna tell him yet.
Okay.
I'm good. Okay, you're good. You're good here. And I'll get up and when the kids are out at earshot.
Do you want to examine the two guys?
Yeah, I want to examine the other guys too, yeah. Chances are they're infected too, so.
I'll make a roll.
With advantage as well?
Yeah, and you have guidance.
A natural 20 on the first one.
Okay, Fenton does not have it.
That's the big barbarian guy, right?
Yes.
Okay. And an 18, natural 18 on the second one.
That's good enough. You don't need to roll guidance for either of those. Either of the two parents don't have it.
Interesting. Fenton, Reed. Let's go into that room that you were talking in earlier.
You know, Critty, these breathing techniques are fabulous. Where did you learn these from?
Read a book.
Really? Do you know what book it was?
Yes, it was.
I love books.
I love books too.
But
it was called Namaste All Day.
Well, if I can be, I find I've read so many books, but he kind of looks around. Do you like dirty books, Critty?
I've read a few like that, but you should really talk to my friend Togar. He is the master.
I think he's an idiot. I just want to talk to you, Critty, please, because I don't trust him.
Oh, well, wait, are you sure you don't want to go?
I'm pretty sure I don't want to be near him, yes.
No, I meant, it looks like my friend Drom is taking Fenton into the back room.
That's fine.
Do I hear her say that? Can I do a perception on that?
No, you're not going to hear that.
Okay.
You went to the other room. This is a conversation with Critty and her patient, we'll call it at the moment. Like, I've got some really fabulous books. You look like a girl who would really enjoy them.
Okay. Show me what you got, dude.
He like, I'll be right back. He literally runs like to this back area and he comes back. He's like, he kind of looks around, kind of sits down with you. And he does this thing where he kind of holds your hand and slips you this book. It's like, you're gonna love this book.
Okay. What's the title? I'll look at the title.
It says The Princess and Her Many Lovers.
Well, thank you very much.
It is one of the most sought after books in all the land. I got this copy from a trader. I thought he was full of crap, but I was able to swindle him out of the price. He gave it me for nothing. But it's amazing. The story, the plot, yes, it's filthy, but it's really good.
That sounds amazing. Would you like a book in exchange?
Sure, what do you got?
I have this book called How to Make Friends and Win Over People.
I've read it.
Okay.
Anything else?
I have Harry Crafter and the Warlock's Stone.
Read it. What else you have?
Sort of the Things.
Oh, that sounds interesting. Let me get that one. We'll trade.
A fantasy epic.
Yeah, let's trade.
Okay. Sounds good.
Oh, I like you, Critty. You're my kind of girl. All right, Drom, Fenton, and Reed. You see Fenton just looking at you, and although he looks stoic, you can see the rage and terror in his eyes. Speak to me, you two.
I didn't bring your partner in here because I do have a little bit of bad news.
He's over dramatic, but he is.
Your two are showing early signs of the illness.
No. The kids are.
That's what I just said. Your little two are.
Oh, I thought you said you two are showing early signs. That's why I was like, wait a minute. No, that's not who I said. No. And you just see him you've seen this before, both of you, where someone that has been in many conflicts hides their pain and becomes stoic. I understand. what must be done?
We're not quite sure yet. I know that the mayor has reached out to people
the mayor
he
knows.
But he doesn't know that your kids have it yet, but he knows that the disease is spreading. So he's reaching out trying to find out if there is a cure.
He looks at you, Reed, from one agent to another. I'll pay you 5,000 gold if you find a cure.
We'll look to see if we can find one.
Save my children.
We will do our best.
And he takes out a knife and he cuts his hand and he puts it like, you know, like a high five in front of you. This is a big deal because this means this is a blood oath he's asking you to make as an agent.
I'll draw my knife, cut my hand, clasp his.
And then you guys
put your
hands
since I'm
together.
standing there, I'll do the exact same thing. I don't know what you guys are talking about, but I'd hate to see your two little ones succumb to this.
I appreciate that, but you don't understand the bonds of brotherhood that me and him are sharing at the moment. But you know what? Okay. I respect you for doing that. And he actually stands up and he actually grasps your hands. You are a healer. You are a servant of the Raven Queen. I hold you to the same oath.
I'll do the exact same thing.
And then he grips your hand and you feel the power coming off him. Just strength-wise, Drom, you're like, Jesus Christ, this guy could probably take out a giant. And you see in his eyes the worry, concern, pain of a parent. As big as this guy is, as powerful as he looks helpless also. Like he's just terrified. Like, I can't save my kids. As a Raven Queen priest, this hits you kind of hard.
Oh. We'll do our best. We better get going. We don't have much time.
He doesn't let you go. He's like, the oath you just took. Ask your friend what it means. Failure is not an option.
Well, in things like this, failure never is an option.
And Reed, you know what this blood oath means, that you've made a pact that you will die before you will give up on this. No matter what happens, as an agent, you will see the mission through no matter what. It's one of those rare things. That's why, you know, for you, this is a big deal. Agents do this sometimes too. As a Still Guard agent, you guys do this in case you don't trust someone, because when you do this, it pretty much means that if the other person, and it's magically bonded, only because of your title and things, it's magically, it's kind of like a contract. If you don't fulfill this, you will be killed, right? Because this is one of those things, if you don't do everything you can. If you fail, it's okay, as long as you try to do everything you can to complete this. If you did everything possible, then you have nothing to worry about. But if you just say, oh, you know what, this is too tough, I don't want to do this, it's not an option. You have to see this fulfilled.
Yep.
But that's why he offered the reward that he did, because he knew, and you understand this, that's why he offered the reward that he did, because he knows that what he's asking you to do. And then you see him grab his partner. They go in the back room. They take the kids, probably to have a heart-to-heart and a family meeting. And then nothing else is said.
I'll go over to where the blue vial is. I will very gently rewrap it.
You've already done that. You're able to put it away into the bag of holding if you want to.
Okay.
Yeah, I get a feeling that the only way we're going to be able to find a cure for this thing is to figure out where that came from. Or at least, well, we have an idea of where it came from, correct, Reed?
Well, we know that it came from those ruins. We don't know exactly where they are, though.
What type of ruins are those, anyways?
It was Aor.
Hold on, let's see if my character will recognize that name or not.
Never...
Probably not.
Nope. The bad rolls just keep on rolling for Drom. If it's not combat, he sucks at everything else.
Yeah, apparently.
Because in combat, you're
I'm
amazing.
sure Critty has heard of AR.
She has. A little bit. Not much.
I know what.
And I saw everything you wrote in chat, Bad Rongo. You have a negative on your dice rolls, you son of a bitch.
I was quoting Karate Kid.
I know. That's why I'm doing it. Because you're trying to cheat.
I'm glad that Gara got my quote.
Yeah. Gara gets a +1 roll.
Did you see the new trailer?
I know.
Yeah,
right?
it looks really
God, it
good.
looks so good. Looks so good.
I got to say, I watched the new Masters of the Universe. I liked it. I'm sorry. I really liked it.
To each their own. You're allowed to.
I really liked it. I thought it was different because I've seen every single Masters of the Universe show that's ever been put out, cartoons, movies, things of that nature. It was interesting. There are some things I have problems with, but the overall plot and story, I was like,
no,
good for you.
One of these days, maybe we should get together and do a review on the channel.
Nah, I don't have time for that shit.
Why not?
Because I'm doing all this
maybe
other
about
stuff.
20 minutes.
Grim, you have a negative roll
Listen.
for not understanding Ranger's pain. So that happened.
I tried, guys. I tried.
No, I wish I had more time to do reviews and stuff, man. Bad Batch was this week. It was okay. It was filler, and I thought it was okay. Okay.
Right. When to pick back up.
Finn, are you
AR,
asleep?
Huh? What's AR?
A character is, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Worthless. Okay. So you asked that to who?
Yeah, I asked. Well, Reed says, and I say, never heard of the place. What is it?
Who are you asking that to specifically?
That's Reed. Reed said it's a place called Aor, and I say, what is that?
I mean, I don't know a ton about it. I know it's ruins. But I know that the mayor was saying
make a
that
history
he was
check, Reed. See if you even and disadvantage because this is not your
Didn't
forte.
he just ask what I know about it?
No, he said he specifically asked Reed. Okay. Yeah, he said
15.
Reed. You know that Aor was a pre-calamity floating city that crashed in Islecross. That's all you know.
Not on that. I mean, it's pre-calamity city in Islecross. But I figure before we try heading there, let's see if maybe the mayor.
Oh, I actually know that. What Isocross is.
Jesus Christ.
Finally.
So proud.
And then it strikes you somehow, some way. It's either feast or famine with you, Drom.
I know, right? Thank you.
You know the history of this. Long ago, you know that the massive flying city of Air was a place of invention and magic. And it was ruled by its mages and considered one of the most powerful of the pre-calamity arcane societies. You know that they became so powerful, they actually challenged the gods.
Also, out of character. So it sounds like
they became so powerful.
Version
Hold
of
on.
Atlantis.
No, this makes Atlantis look like Kitty's play. They became so powerful, they created weapons capable of killing the gods. To take over. Because they thought the gods could go F themselves. And we're going to kill them.
Damn.
And the gods retaliated. And basically destroyed their city and sent it into the... It was a floating city. It was a city of science and technology and magic and just untold wonders. They had the thing that F the gods, we are mortals, we will have our own destiny. And if you're not going to allow us to do what we want to do, we're going to kill you. Well, the gods took that as, oh, you're going to kill us, are you? We'll strike first, and sent a meteor that destroyed Islecross and sent such divine wrath against the city that it actually destroyed the city and sent it flying back to the planet and it landed in Islecross. That's what you get for rolling a natural 20.
and I convey whatever my mouth actually works.
Yeah, what do you say to the
Yeah,
group? I just gave you all that too.
I go, oh yeah, that's the arcane city where everything was like really advanced and they tried to kill the gods and the gods got pissed off, blew up the island, it crashed. And Reed's looking at me like, oh, what?
Yeah, like, okay?
Big blinky eyes, okay?
Okay.
So, yeah. Maybe we should see if the mayor found anything yet before we go trying to find that.
But I bet you anything, that's going to be where we can find either ingredients to make some sort of antidote, or
As if there is an antidote that they even made.
Now, those vials, those look were when Reed opened up the thing. Do the vials look modern or like old? And you know how most glass objects, after they've been sitting around for a while, they get
it's a vial. Yeah, it doesn't give you any information.
Well, it would give you an idea of if
Gara. Gara just gifted a sub to Bad Rongo.
Aww.
Because I don't know why.
But
Gara,
you know how...
hold on, Gara, why did you gift a sub to Bad Rongo? Why couldn't
I do not believe that you read that carefully enough.
It's the other way around.
Gara, 3-month gift subscription courtesy. Hold on.
Yeah, Bedrongo gave her 3
Hold
months.
on, I've got to refresh.
It's a re-gifting.
I hate Twitch sometimes. I really do. When I have like the chat windows and all this stuff open, I apologize. Bad Rongo, why did you gift this sub to Gara? And Gara, why aren't you subbed?
It's been a rough year.
I know. And Gara, why aren't you on the screen? You did your makeup and everything looked beautiful. Why are you not on?
I went to eat food and I did not want to eat food on screen.
That's a good call. And is that why Togar is not on the screen right now? He's not writing his smut book. He's actually eating food.
Yeah, I think he's.
Yeah.
And here I am munching on peanuts on screen. Oh, I
If
feel
it were
bad.
peanuts, I would eat them on screen. But like, I have a spoon and there's a bowl and like.
Oh. Okay.
This is a very big production.
Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. You guys have all this information.
Yeah, what I was asking is, with, you know how some glass bottles that have been sitting around for a long time, they get that patina on it that say, hey, this has been sitting here for
nothing
a while.
like that even remotely.
So they look more like this dude
it just
found
looks
this
like
cool
a glass...
stuff and took the vial and put some in it. And okay.
I mean, I'm just going to be honest with you, John, unless you roll a natural 20, you would have no idea. You can go for it if you want to make an perception check.
Yeah, I mean,
go for
it's
it. But
worth a try.
If it's not a natural 20, you're not going to have any clue about this. Nope.
Pretty darn close, though, but no.
Yeah, unfortunately, no.
Well, that's why I was asking.
It's a good question, but I'm not.
But I'll stand by what I said earlier about, I think our best bet will be finding the ruins where the dude found these and see if we can find where in the ruins he found them. Maybe it was, I don't know, maybe an alchemy room for people there or something.
Yeah, I'd like to apologize to Bad Rongo and to all the little pygmies down in New Guinea for getting that one backwards, because I have 9 windows open right now and 4 computer screens, and I misread that. So Bad Rongo gets a free roll because Ranger stepped on his dick. All right, so
and then I
which
proceed
terrifies me because Bad Rongo is a dick and is going to use this against me in some form or capacity. I just know it. All right.
Well, I mean, I'd be disappointed if he didn't.
You're not wrong. Okay,
I mean,
so what are we doing, folks? Okay, you have all this information. The family's left. You're kind of sitting here in this tavern.
Of everybody in the party, I'm the most likely to use it against one of us.
I know. That's what terrifies me.
All right. I say we check in with the mayor first.
Okay.
See if he knows, got any sort of a cure. Maybe we're lucky.
Okay.
I'm gonna go attempt to wake up Balin.
Just carry him.
Well,
I do have some restoration spells I could use on him.
Well, doesn't somebody have the cure for this somewhere in their inventory?
Yeah, but we don't want to bomb out the town.
I'm just saying, if you need to wake him up.
I think, we are on a very, very limited time schedule. Those kids only have about a week.
All right, how much of it do we got to use on them?
Just a simple little drop or two.
We'll take him outside, so the fallout is not contained in one room.
It's a busy day in Pell
you
Bank.
could just drag me around.
Yeah.
I'm all for that.
All right, so you do a couple drops.
But yeah.
Finn, make another Constitution saving throw. Let's see what happens.
18.
You wake up immediately in shock and let out a pretty good size fart. I'm not gonna lie. It makes a couple passerbys go, "Oh, he's nasty," but nothing more than that. And he wakes up immediately, just like breathing heavily, grabbing his chest, like, "What the happened?" That kind of thing.
So, Balloon.
Mm-hmm.
We might need you to do some of your potion crafting again.
Well, I think I need to give you all a quick lesson on how to respond to someone when they ask you if you want dwarven spirits. If you're not a dwarf, it's no. All right. We can move on now.
I agree. Adeline, if you notice, when they were ordering it, this time I went, "I'll have an ale, please."
Balin, your response?
It is fun trying to see if I can actually do it. Not gonna lie.
Oh, God. Mic drop from Adeline. Doesn't say a goddamn thing this entire time and then just drops that shit. Oh, my God. Oh, my glasses fogged up because I was laughing so hard. Ooh, that was good, Corinth. All right, you guys head back to the inn. Not much happens for a couple of hours, and then the mayor comes back and he kind of looks at you unhopeful. Elroy comes up to you guys. It's about mid-afternoon, right before dinner time. He looks very somber. He says, "Well met, my friends. I would have to say that from what I've been able to see from people that have traveled to Islecross and that know of this, there's only one cure for this. It was a milky liquid the Aeorians stored in gold vials. I don't know the name of it. What I ask, and I know I'm asking a lot, but then again, you're getting paid quite a lot, is to go to Islecross, find the cure, save my village. I don't have much. I can only offer you 200 gold for this."
Well, that's fine. We just need to find a way to end this.
What's the fastest route to Islecross?
I've already had, he kind of gives you a wink read and it says, "I've already booked you passage. Ship leaves tomorrow morning."
Good. How long is the journey?
It's a couple days.
It's cutting it close.
Yeah.
2 days at most, usually a day, but the seas can be, you never know, right? It's the Northern Sea and storms come out of nowhere. I can't promise you anything other than that. I've given you the fastest ship I can.
Appreciate it.
He says, the ship that I've acquired for you is the Remorhaz, Remorhaz. It's a ship that's operated by the Glass Blades. You'll be taken to Sirenlaw. It's the Uthadurn outpost for foreign. Also Cross's largest island. You need to see a dwarf by the name of Orvo Mustave. He's gone on numerous occupations in the wilds of Esselcross, especially with Ergon. I've sent word ahead.
Can you say his name again?
Which one?
The name of the gentleman who will be meeting us and guiding us.
Orvo Mustave. O-R-V-O. Last name Mustave. M-U-S-T-A-V-E.
Thank you.
All right, Mayor.
He's not done yet. He says once you found the cure, there's an elf there by the name of Syrinlaa. S-Y-R-I-N-L-Y-A-A. She's known as the buyer. Just ask for her. Everybody knows who she is in the underworld. They will teleport you directly back here to Pellbank. All the arrangements have been made.
Are there any provisions you would recommend picking up before we go?
Food, warm clothes. Islecross.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be.
Islecross is a land of turbulence. Because Aor has crashed there. The ruins have been excavated. The mountains, the instant weather that happens there from a cloudy day to instant snowstorm. I can tell you no more.
What time of day is it?
It's late afternoon, getting ready to be supper time.
It's
Dinner,
time we
supper.
freaking by the shops. Go stock up on some gear.
Is there any stores in town there?
Like
we'll say for just gameplay. You guys are able to get provisions and stuff. You already have winter clothing that you purchased previously.
Well, I'm thinking possibly like if there's an apothecary in town, possibly getting healing potions.
You're not going to find that here.
Or maybe reagents for Balloon to conjure up a couple.
Not going to find that here.
Okay.
Dude, this sounds like a town that barely has a 7-Eleven.
Yeah. I mean, this is the town that its biggest trade is, one, fishing. Huge. Second is the influx of, we'll call them souvenirs, from Islecross. Legal and illegal that traffic through here.
Then the third is more fish.
The third is cocaine. I didn't want to say it, but you made me say it. So it's cocaine, white powder. It's everywhere. They've cornered their market. They've cornered the market.
Blends right into the snow.
It really is. I mean, they found snow, and that's what they call it.
Oh, so that's why it's all like is.
Hey, I told you the snow was magical. Y'all don't want to believe me.
Makes sense. That makes sense.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Okay, I guess it's just, sleep well, hopefully, and head out in the morning first thing.
All right, you guys are there. It's supper time, and with that, think about any conversations you want to have before the next day or anything you want to accomplish. We're going to take our first break. So we'll be back in 10 minutes, and I'm going to stop the music, and we're going to have our first break. And we'll be back in about roughly 11 minutes, and we'll start the adventure from there. So I will see you guys in 11 minutes.
Hey everyone, Finity from Reality Skewed Gamers here, and I wanted to take a minute to thank every one of our fan and viewers out there for showing your love and support for RSG. Now, how can you continue to show your love and support for RSG? Well, first off, a simple thing, head on to our Discord, a growing community of gamers, great place for you. So if you're not on our Discord already, !Discord in chat will give you the link to join our Discord. And if you want to show your support for RSG as well, Twitch provides a lot of different ways where you can do that. Now, not only can you donate bits, and there's also a link down below for our stream elements where you can donate directly, but of course, Twitch provides the options for giving us your subscriptions. Now, we always appreciate all of our fans for subscribing, and of course, those that use your Twitch Prime on our channel, because we know you only get one of those, so spending it on RSG is a big deal, and we always appreciate it. And if you want to help others also to experience the true nature of RSG, you can also gift a sub to anyone in the chat as well. And for those of you that are Twitch Prime members, if you've given it to us before, we would always appreciate to get it again, but Twitch Prime does require you to do it each month. So if you haven't renewed your Twitch Prime already, whether you give it to RSG or another content creator, make sure you use that Twitch Prime, because that is a handy resource to help all content creators. RSG would not be here if it was not for all of the support from our viewers, and we hope to continue growing our channel and our charity efforts with your help. So for that, I, Infinity with Reality Skewed Gamers, want to thank everyone out there and of course show you our love. So what I wanted to go over with you guys today is some of the artwork that you see in our D&D streams. You may have seen some of the artwork here done by the awesome Silverbolt from the community, and he has drawn all of the characters for this D&D campaign. But you really just see them in our little zoom windows, which is a little bit small, so I wanted to show these in full size so you could see some of the intricate details that he did put together. So, this character is the one that you may recognize as being played by Jaisa BM, and this is Alunath. She is a half-elf ranger, and you can see a lot of the details here with the use of her longbow, the sword that is kind of on her side there, and of course, the awesome little headband that Jaisa also wears on the stream as she plays her character. Next up is Ashira. Ashira is played by Gara Aurelios, and she is a warlock that is an Aasimar. Now, if you're not familiar with Aasimars are a really cool race in general. They are basically effectively Fallens of Celestials, so they have some really cool tricks. So hopefully we'll see whether or not Gara uses this and shows them to the members of the party. But she is a warlock, and this is a really cool, you can see that one of the key things about this, which was really cool because it was just the general concept, she has a crowbar on her back. Now, this was a really fun thing in the character development, and Gara really wanted to make sure that the crowbar was there, and Silverbolt did a great job of including it. The next one we have is Balin. That is my character. He is a human sorcerer. Now, he has some special abilities, and you guys will hopefully be able to see some of those as we progress, but you notice something very specific about this. You may not realize it, so I'm going to point out some of the little details here that are very easy to miss. One of them is that his left hand is the one that is glowing with the energy. Keep that in mind as you see my character doing certain things, but it is relevant, and Silverbolt did a great job of capturing it. The other part is that the tips of his hair up top are green, except for a ponytail that you can see coming off the right side of his head, which is black. Now, there is some significance for that. At some point, you may or may not find out about it. We'll see when the characters get into that part of the history, but there are some really intricate details that Silverbolt did include. The next one is Dromzel. Now, Dromzel is a orc cleric played by Grim, and you can see a lot of cool things about here. Of course, the metal armor, the great sword, and of course, the fire in his hand. Now, he is a cleric, but he does have some magic abilities, including things like Sacred Flame and other spells that can be cast by a cleric. So Grim is going to be there. You can see him as the massive orc. So make sure you watch for this character as well. The next one is Hadalin. Hadalin is our pipe-smoking dwarf fighter. He's a sword and board dwarf. You see it now with the axe, with the shield. You would have seen it in the combat here that we just had. And this is Corinth's character. Now, Hadalin is kind of that cantankerous dwarf. He is not the most charismatic of folks, but he is there with the party trying to help them survive and effectively babysitting us, as you kind of have seen. The next one is Reed. Speaking of babysitting, he is the closest equivalent looking to a baby. I know it came up in the second episode about how his height is about the same as a child. Reed is a halfling rogue. He is our stealth expert here. He is our rogue, which if you guys are familiar with rogues, they are the skill monkeys, and this is played by Johnny Moe. Now, the skill monkey is one that has a whole bunch of skills, and we will see all of the abilities that Reed has throughout this campaign. And then last but not least, our over-the-top dragonborn bard, Togar, played by Bad Rongo, or as some people in the community like to call him, Bard Rongo. He is a flute-playing dragonborn. You'll notice some little things about him. His appearance is that of a dragonborn, but there's certain features that make him a little bit smaller looking, and that is because his history makes him the runt of the dragonborn litter, so to speak. And Silverbolt did a great job of capturing some of these details. So these are some of the drawings that you guys can see in greater picture now. Thanks a lot to Silverbolt for drawing these. I hope you guys kind of like seeing this artwork up close and you enjoy it. We're getting ready for the second half here, but here's one more announcement before we kick it off. As we get ready to start again, I wanted to thank all of our viewers out there, especially the new ones, for of course watching the RSG channel. Now, for those of you that are new here, RSG is a very professional gaming channel, and we are here to provide you quality content. And so I wanted to give you a little bit of a rundown of everything that RSG covers regularly. So from Mondays to Fridays during the 12 o'clock Eastern Time hour, we have on YouTube a live stream that we call the RSG Lunch Hour. Now, this is there to get you through the doldrums of the day, largely covers Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes as our primary game, but we talk about anything and everything for you. Now, on Mondays, we do have Marbles Monday. Now, Marbles is a fun, interactive Twitch game that if you are not familiar with, is really, really fun. And the way we do it at RSG is always a little bit different than the normal play. So please come out on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time and join us for Marbles on Stream. On Tuesday nights, we have our Don't Starve Together Tuesdays. And it's just what it sounds like, Don't Starve Together on Tuesday nights. And that's what we do at 8 p.m. Eastern Time with a great group of friends from the community. On Wednesday nights on YouTube at 8 p.m. Eastern Time is our longest running Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes live stream, which covers the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes game. It is the longest running live stream in the galaxy for the game. So if you guys are interested in that or just want to check out what the game is about, make sure to head to that on our YouTube channel. On Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we have coverage of State of Survival, another mobile app game. And so if you guys are interested in fighting zombies and surviving the apocalypse, make sure you check that out on YouTube. At 10 a.m. Eastern Time on Saturdays, we have Jedi Academy. Jedi Academy is a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes based stream. It's a pure question and answer stream done and hosted by RSG with a great group of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes content creators there to answer questions for the community for about 2 hours. So if you want to have your questions answered about this mobile game, head to our channel on YouTube on 10 a.m. Eastern Time and make sure that you are there to get your questions answered. On Twitch at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, we have our D&D campaign right here. You guys are watching that now, and we really appreciate it and hope you guys are enjoying it, and we will continue to do this at 8 p.m. Eastern. Then on Sundays at 5 p.m. Eastern Time on YouTube, we have our Star Wars Dungeons & Dragons campaign. That's right, 2 Dungeons & Dragons campaign. Our regular, normal D&D 5e on Saturdays, and Star Wars on YouTube. So make sure you check that out as well. And then at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Twitch, we have our Sunday night gaming. Now, this is where we will rotate different games and just have fun with a group from the RSG community, and of course with you guys in chat. Some will be interactive, some will just be fun, some will be ridiculous. But even beyond all of these, from a Monday to Sunday schedule, we will have random streams throughout the week, both on YouTube and on Twitch. So make sure that while you guys are here on Twitch, you hit that follow button so you can get notified whenever we go live. And with that, we're about to get started here with our Dungeons & Dragons stream. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this little break, taken some time off, and get ready for the second half of the campaign. And on that note, I am Infinity with Reality Skewed Gamers. Thank you guys for watching and hope you enjoy the second half.
Hey, we're back.
Yay.
There it is.
And I'm high on pain medicine and 25% tequila or margaritas. So,
yeah, PSA kids, don't do that.
No, you should do that because when you're playing D&D, it's fabulous. All right. Oh, everybody switched. Oh, Gara's background's really making me feel freaky. All right. I'm just thinking The Simpsons. I feel like playing The Simpsons game. I need to get Loki on here. We need to do that again. That was fun to play. Okay, you guys. Oh, let me get the music started. I turned it off for the break. Yada, yada, yada. Jesus Christ, it's epic. All right. The mirrors talk to you. It's that night going into the morning. If there's any conversations you guys want to have or want to do, solve world peace, whatever it is you want to do, now's the time.
Is it possible for me to like study the recipes so that when I need to make it, I have a better chance of succeeding?
This is beyond your scope of knowledge, Dalen. You know what, you've heard what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You have no idea what the ingredients are. You've never heard of this. You don't know what it is. You're going to need more knowledge before you can even make an assertion
Unless we get
of what we're doing.
really lucky and find a book about it.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, this is new
In other words,
territory.
Pretty.
Don't make me roll for it.
I'm going to ask Critty, actually.
Okay, ask Critty. Go ahead and have that conversation.
Critty, there is this potion that we're trying to make now. I have worked on making potions before, but I do need some help. Do you know of any books that could maybe help us to find...
Do that again, Finn, because you're not doing the Swedish voice to my satisfaction. Try again, Finn.
This is about as good as it gets because I have no accent.
No, I want to hear it. No.
I don't know how much more I can actually do it.
Just think Swedish chef. You've heard me do it a million times. Quit dicking around. Do it.
Okay. Booking and looking for the potion in.
I understand that completely.
Yes, you did.
That actually was really good.
Yeah, it was actually better.
Well, I've got 2 books. We can probably read through these together and see if it helps us out any. I've got one book that's called Magical Plants and Where to Find Them. And I've got another book that's Herbalism.
No, you don't. But I like that you said
They're
that.
in my inventory.
No.
I bought them like 7 months ago in Humperduke.
That's all you did. Sure you did. Okay.
I've got 4 healing potions too.
Critty's last name is MacGuffin. It's fine.
I've got a +3 ogre troll slay knife. It's got a +3 against trolls.
She's had this Holy Avenger she's been using as a letter opener.
These are in my inventory. They've been in there.
She is ready. This is what you
okay, Miss. I have every book imaginable. Roll.
She does.
She collects every book in my inventory.
Sure, you lug this shit around everywhere. No, you don't. Okay, I'm going to give you a history check with disadvantage.
Oh, come on.
No. Yeah. You think, Critty, you might... It's hard to know. I mean, this sounds familiar, but it's not. It's one of those things where it's like, this is an ancient civilization. when you hear what he's asking, it's too much. Even for your brain, it just overloads. It's like you're asking for something that's thousands and thousands of years in the past, and you just can't recall it. It's not something that you're familiar with. It's not registering in that incredible brain of yours.
I actually had a third book about this too. I just saw
Tusk Love, the sequel.
Book of Plants.
Tusk Love 2, Tusk Harder.
Get a free roll there, Johnny Mo. That made me giggle.
The Naked Tusk, 33 and a
The Naked Tusk. Okay.
Okay, I might not know, but I do want to read my books tonight, and maybe when the day dawns, I will have some insight for you.
Okay. Do you have another book that maybe I can read?
Yes, here is.
And maybe I can help you.
Plants.
Okay.
It is a book about herbalism. Read it. Maybe it might give you some ideas of what these ancient plants might be called in today's language.
Make an intelligence check there for me, Balloon.
Okay.
Green thumb for dummies.
Just regular intelligence?
Regular old intelligence check. I can't talk.
19?
You're getting some ideas, but nothing's sticking. You have some ideas. You think, hey, I might have a couple in mind, but nothing's really registering at the moment.
Okay.
So, getting there, but not quite.
Do my best. Okay. I'll just continue to try to do my best to figure something out.
I'm going to spend the evening reading magical plants and where to find them.
Okay, roll an intelligence check for me there, Critty. You're kind of frustrated because you've read so much. However, this is, again, an ancient civilization that you don't know enough about. You're fascinated by it. Science and technology meets magic. We're going to kill the gods, as Drom said. It really piqued your interest, but you're still not able to make the connection with the knowledge that you have and the books that you brought with you to make that connection to, like, what were they really trying to do? What was the purpose of this? Why did they create it? Why were they trying to kill the gods? I mean, your brain starts going in a million directions, and you're just like, you know what?
So much to think about.
I'm going to sleep. You're just like, I've had enough. I'm going to sleep. Sleepy time. So there you go. Okay. All right. Anybody else want to have an interaction and or speech or talk or anything?
I'll just sort of sneak off before it gets too late.
Sure,
I'll go to try to find Fenton.
All right, Fenton, you go back to the Jolly Dwarf and you find that he's outside. He's smoking a pipe.
I'll just walk over to him. I'll say,
"Well met, friend."
Well met. We depart in the morning on our way to Isle Cross.
I heard.
We have a lead on the cure.
I would go with you. You know this.
Your place is here with your family.
It is. My days of being an agent are well past me. As you can tell, why I'm here.
Aye.
And I would appreciate if my name was never brought up.
Agreed.
He kind of smiles at you. You're a good man, Reed Tea Leaf.
I try.
And he kind of smiles. How are the twins?
Oh, they're good. I haven't seen them in a couple of weeks, but they're good.
He kind of smokes his pipe. You know they tried to seduce me one time?
Well, lucky you.
Not really, because I don't swing that way.
Still, it's flattering.
It's not really, no. He starts chuckling with these like, yeah, I mean, until I made it quite clear that I prefer the opposite sex, or the same sex, they're unrelenting.
Yeah, it's a bit of an understatement with them two.
But they're quite good at what they do.
They're among the best.
Especially the, and I don't mean this disrespectful, the deaf one.
I got a soft spot in the heart for her. He
kind of takes a hit at his pipe and he looks at you and he says, she seems an abstract novelty. A woman of her caliber that cannot miss, who hates taking life but is so exceptional at it.
She's the one who taught me to use a bow.
He kind of chuckles at that. Oh, she tried to teach me, but I broke the string and she got frustrated with me.
You are a bit of a big fella, so.
Well, yes. My partner is also a former agent, just so you know.
Really?
Oh, yes. He was great. I was more the, what's the target, let's get rid of it kind of person. He was more the infiltration, social butterfly. If you get one of my...
see that.
He's exceptional at it. That's why I fell in love with him.
Yeah. You look for those qualities.
He's a fascinating person. There's times, Reed, that he drives me nuts. But there's times that I just... finding love in this world is hard.
It is.
And you know the deal. Once a part of the guild, always a part of the guild. That's why we came here.
I'd been out myself for a while.
I'm somewhat familiar with your story. I hope you find what you're looking for. Kind of gives you a wink.
Thank you. We'll be back in a few days.
Well, I don't know what you will be able to accomplish, but I know you'll try. You're a man of honor. That being said, is there anything I can tell you that I still have many contacts in the Empire that report to me all the time? You actually, and then he says his actual name, the Hammer, and you immediately recognize his name as one of the top Stuker agents that when someone had to go, he made sure they went.
I wondered what had happened to you.
Well, I fell in love, and then... fuck it. I met my partner, and we were happy, and we did missions, and then the Empire asked us to do something so vile, so disgusting, that we decided that we'd had enough. To kill this family. We didn't question it. We went there, we did it, until we ran into these two little boys. Innocent little boys. And we realized at that moment who we were and what we were doing was wrong. And although we killed their parents, and someday we will have to tell them that, we decided to make sure that they had a happy life.
That's your two boys.
Yes. And the only reason that they were decided to be put to death is that they had the audacity to question the Empire's tactics and the war. I don't need to tell you, Reed. There's something fucked up with the Cerberus Assembly.
Fish always rots from the head.
I've heard rumors. Have you heard of Caleb Widogast?
I have. I don't know much about him.
He's a powerful mage. who is being sought after, particularly by one of the heads of the Severus Assembly. I don't know who. Was part of an elite group of wizard sorcerers that were enforcers, like you and me were, but in the magical realm, if that makes sense. To go after dissidents, people of that ilk.
It's Ikathon that's looking for.
I had heard that, but I hadn't been able to confirm it.
I was able to verify it.
He kind of looks at you. The twins?
In part, they asked me more about it.
He is obsessed with that person.
Oddly enough, the place I was able to actually get more information was with the librarians.
Really? The Cobalt Soul helped you?
Yeah. I was just as shocked as you are.
He kind of chuckles. Who was it that helped you, actually?
Like 20 pages ago in my notes. I had to go to a different continent to even be able to get that much from it.
Oh, which continent did you go to?
Over to, what the hell's the name of it? This is bad. I'm drawing a blank on what the other continent is.
I was going to give you a free roll if you remembered it, buddy.
Oh, we're in Wildemount. It's
Give me the city.
Oh God. No, that's about his book. Getting
This is what you
closer.
get for taking, like...
Don't say a word. There you go. To get a free reroll.
I had to go over to Vasselheim.
Oh, you made a pilgrimage, I see.
We're helping out some of our members.
And did she help you?
Gave me that information. We sort of worked out.
That throws you off because how does he know it was a she?
You've been over there yourself.
I may.
What did Quinn ever tell you?
Quite a lot, actually.
She the one who started telling you about this Widowgast fella.
Possibly.
She wasn't able to tell me much.
Let's just say to protect my family, I went to the Cobalt Soul and made a deal. And let's say hypothetically, I did some work for them that ensured that my family would be safe.
Keep you off the Cerberus Assembly radar.
Among other things.
Smart move.
I may be big, but I have an intelligence that blows most people away.
Even big mountains can fall if they're alone.
Unless the wind blows too hard. Reed, I know we've made a blood pact, but talking with you tonight, whether you succeed or fail, our pact. And he kind of does this. You see him do magic. If you fail, don't worry about it. And he kind of kneels down next to you. I hope you find peace in what you're looking for, my friend. But remember, revenge does not bring anything. I would say this to you as a brother. I've been there. When you left, I took up your mantle. I know. Let it go.
I've been trying. Thought I'd succeeded.
It's easy to kill. It's harder to forgive.
It is.
Trust me. If I've learned one thing being an agent of the Stuttgart, having your own mind about things is more important than following some dogmatic view of some governmental agency whose only goal is to achieve their own ends.
You met this Willicast.
I have.
What's he like?
From afar, I met him briefly. Fiery, confused. They sent me to kill him. I chose not to. I made the excuse that it was not opportune. The group that he runs with, he kind of smiles and looks up to the stars. They'll achieve something great. The Mighty Nine, they call themselves. Strange group. Yes, a strange group. A monk, a cleric, a tiefling cleric, a half-orc warrior, a goblin, just a strange group of friends that I don't know. I couldn't do it.
Fickathon is onto them. After him. Do you think you need to protect him?
No. Ickathon is dangerous. But that group, I don't like Ickathon's chances.
Some group then.
Exceptional.
Well, I'll be back in a week or less.
Please do.
Antidote and toll.
I don't hold it against you if you don't succeed in saving my children. And he really kind of grips your shoulder really hard. It's okay.
I'll sort of grab his wrist. If there's anything in my power I can do to save them, it will be done.
He kind of smiles at you and he says, I believe you. Take this. He gives you this gorgeous dagger. Attune to it, my friend. It'll help you in your journeys. As it did me.
Appreciate it.
And then you spend the next hour kind of just in quiet. Don't say anything. Don't need to say anything. Smoking a pipe and just kind of looking at the stars. Beautiful night. And then I'm assuming you head back to the inn. You just kind of give each other that bro nod and kind of go back to doing what you're doing.
Okay. When I get back, I'll attune to that.
You do. It's a +2 dagger.
To the person who definitely needs a +2.
Well, he's been doing all this stuff from far away. Let's see if he's... Remind me later, Greed. I'll tell you what it does afterwards. I don't have it in front of me. I can't find my notes.
Okay.
It has another ability. It's something like it allows you if you I'll tell you later. Remind me and I'll tell you what its stats are.
Okay, cool.
The other ability that it has. But it
allows you to order takeout with just thoughts.
And with a 5-star rating from Yelp. Bad Rongo, why is it so surprising to you that I'm drinking margaritas?
It's the first time I've seen you drink something that wasn't whiskey Coke. This is the very first time. I saw like a yellow drink instead of a glass.
A yellow drink. I'm drinking
goodies.
pee. Yes, I'm drinking PP right now, and it's getting me fucked up.
No, when you had those kidney stones, you were drinking beer at one point.
Isn't that wild? The doctor told me to drink beer frequently.
It's
I was
like the greatest medical treatment
I
ever.
was like, get the fuck out of here.
Like, Finn, I need you to write me a prescription for more beer.
Oh, Finn would have been like, oh, I'm sorry, drink water. I'm like, you're a dick, Finn.
See,
what kind of
I'm
van
Irish.
was
I
you
don't need a
practicing
prescription for beer.
No, I just wanted so I could bring it into work and drink on
Yeah,
the
I know,
job.
right? Like,
Oh, well,
hi, everybody.
Hey, now there's thinking right
Hey,
there.
everybody. Harry Carey here. I'm at work. Doctor said I had to drink 20 Budweisers. It's for my kidneys. Shut up.
Woo.
I'm going to eat these bratwursts and drink cold ice brewed Budweiser. Served in a metal can.
Opinion from Dr. Anheuser.
My
second one from Dr. Bush.
All right. Okay. Any other conversation? That was really good. Good job, Bree.
Yeah.
Enjoy your role. Anybody else? I want to have a conversation. Anything like that?
Is Reed coming back and sharing any of that yummy, delicious knowledge with us, or is that a
that was
hush conversation?
Middle of the night kind of thing? We'll get to the morning in a second if he wants to share that.
Okay.
Anybody else want to have a chit chat, patty whack, give a dog a bone conversation with anybody? Okay, silence says a lot.
Did Bedrongo or did Togar see Critty and the gay man from the inn trading books?
Make a perception check with disadvantage because you definitely would not have been looking for this. Definitely not.
Sure didn't.
You were trying to, in a good way, trying to get those young tiefling kids to think about something else. So you really weren't focused on.
And I had just been attacked, okay? I was hurt.
That kid really hurt me. I want to talk about it.
Our Dragonborn got beat up by a 7-year-old.
God.
I don't know if they were 7.
I'm sorry, they were 8.
Combined.
Yeah. Our powers combined.
You got mollywopped by a toddler.
You did. Okay, anybody else? Last call. Okay, next morning, you guys wake up for breakfast. You're getting ready to head to your ship. Before you go, is there anything you guys want to talk about? Read or anybody? And or go do before you go to your ship?
Togar would like to ask Reed if he wouldn't mind sharing a little bit of that flask that you found in the caves.
Oh.
I'm holding out my still empty bottle of brandy.
What do you do, Reed?
I'm trying to remember where it was.
You found it in the beds inside the cave where all the I forgot what they were.
The dog agrees.
Bottle of Bold Dwarf whiskey worth 50 gold.
And it's really, 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 really good dwarven spirits.
It's dwarven spirits.
I feel like the little pass without a trace.
Reed, why don't you share that dwarven spirits with Togar? You feel the need to share that with him, a little drop or two.
It's probably gonna disagree with your.
No, you don't think that. You think that this will be a good test run.
Oh dear Lord! All right.
The mischief side. I can't talk. I've been drinking too much. Your mischief side says this is a good idea.
I'll pull out my new dagger and I'll use it to gently sort of slit the wrapping off. Gently uncork it.
The smell is incredible. When you smell the cork, you're like, "Oh my god, this is really good."
I will pour him out.
It has a very
bottle cap.
It has a very oaken smell, which you can tell that this was stored in a very specific barrel. Being familiar with the dwarven culture, you know this is fine quality shit.
I'll pour him out the equivalent of about a bottle cap worth.
Togar is going to offer him 25 gold for the whole bottle.
You don't need to. You don't need to, Togar. This is given freely because Reed...
But I want to fill my flask.
He's offering you just a taste first.
Okay.
Just to see what you think of it. Do you accept the taste?
Togar takes a shot.
Make a Constitution save with disadvantage.
Oh no.
Not only do you pass out, Togar, you urinate all over yourself.
Uh-oh.
I will smile as I recork the
bottle.
bottle.
But it is the most delicious thing you have ever tasted in your life. The last thought that crosses your mind as you go into oblivion, thinking of sexy reptilian women, you have wonderful dreams, but that's all you have. So you have a passed out Togar who just wet himself, guys. What do you do?
I just got back and Togar already passed out.
No, you were there. You saw this happen, Drom. You saw him take a sip of this and just immediately go into a coma. And when you get to check on him, you notice that the smell of urine is strong with this one.
So how far a walk have we got to the boat?
It's a good distance.
I would say just carry him, but
the PP smells strong. Yeah.
I'm gonna cast prestidigitation.
That gets rid of the PP and the PP smell. Yeah, it gets rid of that. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, let's just carry him.
Actually, I got a better idea. Give him some of that antidote.
It has no effect.
Well, we're gonna be on a ship for a couple of days. You can just sleep it off.
All right, maybe you don't give the antidote.
Yeah, don't, because we might need that for someone else's crappy decision.
And the antidote is only for the dwarven spirits. I don't know if this is gonna actually work with him just drinking something.
This is a bit on Hadlin, take a look at this.
Hadlin, you want to drink it?
No, I'll just smell it.
It's good stuff. You actually want to take a sip because this is really fine dwarven spirit.
So it's actually dwarven spirits.
Oh yes, but it's like you've not smelled anything like this before. You want to drink this.
I mean, it appears I don't have a
It's an Islay.
Have you seen Hadlin just take a sip of this stuff and like, no, this is good. No effect.
All right. I think I'm gonna have to start getting more forceful here when people ask for dwarven spirits.
I'm gonna just hand the bottle to Hadlin.
I'll have to agree with you on this one, Hadlin. I'm getting tired of carrying them.
I look at Ashira. If Togar tries to ask for any of this in a certain way, make sure I can't give it to him.
Hadlin, I do try to drink the dwarven spirits just to get better at it, but since I did not drink well last time, should it be part of my training to drag Togar?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, let's move on.
And I will attempt to drag Togar with me.
Make a strength check just to be part
Hooray!
of your. If you succeed, Finn, you will get actually a bonus to your sword stuff. If not, you will fail horribly.
Okay, let's see what the hell happens here. Come on. 7!
You fail horribly. You are not even able to lift him off the chair.
Do I roll for damage?
No damage. He didn't roll a natural 1, but it's pretty bad. I mean, you see Balin go over like, I will handle this, and he lifts him up and like, I threw out my back.
Yeah, he's got the vein going.
Yeah, he really does.
I cannot handle this.
He wants to pick Togar up and lift him up.
Can I try some other stuff though?
Nope,
no?
you just horribly failed.
Let's make this easy, Drom. How about I'll grab one side, you grab the other. We'll just carry him, between.
It's okay. I'll get him.
Well, go ahead and make a. You have the strength for this, Drom. Make a athletics check with advantage.
I have an easier way. It will be with simple magic if you guys are okay with it.
Okay, well, let's see if Drom can pick him up first. Easily, not a problem. You just toss him over your shoulder, and
Drom has powerful build. I can lift a small vehicle.
Yeah. What do you want to? What's your suggestion there, Balin?
Can I find like a glass of water? Pretty easily, I would hope so.
I would think so. Yeah, water's pretty plentiful here.
Okay. I'm basically gonna get water, and I'm going to shape water into effectively a rectangle of ice, basically making like a sled. But I'll put my rope kind of in the middle of it, and I'll just drag him along on like an ice sled.
Drom, what do you think of this idea? You easily have him picked up, no diff.
It is better to keep your hands free, and I can train with him by dragging him.
It's okay.
No,
I already
you
got
won't.
him for now.
No, you won't.
It's a good idea, but I already got him. Let's go.
All right, you get him.
Okay, we can use this for next time. I'll just let the water melt and then take the rope.
Balin looks sad. All right.
Well, you could have drugged me rest of the way around town, but
you still can. Do you want
make the sled again?
All right. Do you want to drag Howland? Okay, make an athletics check there, Balin.
Do I get any advantage or anything?
Nope.
Since it's like on ice?
Nope, because it's a straight roll to see if you can succeed or not.
8. I'm trying very hard to move Hadlin, but it ain't working.
Ashir and Critty, you guys get very upset because these idiots are trying, especially Balin, are trying to do training in the middle of you guys trying to get to your ship, to get to your mission, to get it knocked out.
Do you guys not remember that there are some sick little kids? Hurry up.
If we miss this ship.
I was told about the potion and needing to solve it. I wasn't told about any kids. When would
What do you think the potion is for?
The other people, the
Balin was knocked out. He doesn't have any idea.
I didn't want them to die either.
He has no idea what you're talking about.
I know, but when did these kids get into place?
We will tell you all about it on the ship.
Where did these?
We will tell you on the ship.
I did not realize there were any kids.
We're going to the ship now.
Yeah, let's go.
Got it. As soon as they mentioned kids, so I let the water drop. Sorry, Hadlin, I can drag you, and then I'll just start moving towards the ship.
Hadlin, you're disappointed in Balin.
Just gonna leave him in a puddle.
Yep,
he's always disappointed in Balin. It's just
you're left in a puddle
of par for the course.
It's just a sad dwarf sitting in a puddle.
Yeah.
And you call yourself a sorcerer.
And then you hear, all around me are familiar faces, worn out places. Okay. All right. You guys make it to the ship. You see they're loading cargo. You hear one of the you see one of the guys that is loading up. He's kind of supervising all the stuff that's being loaded on this ship. He's like, "Oi, what do you be doing here, y'all?"
Hello, Mr. Shipman. We've got passage on this boat.
Oh, don't believe you. What you be your names?
My name's Critty. I'm a half elf, and I'm a bard.
Stupid name.
The nice mayor guy got us tickets on the boat.
Really? All right. And what's the name of the rest of your party?
What's the name of who? I couldn't hear you.
I'll say, what's the name of the other party?
My name is Reed. That's Balin.
My name is Balin.
And this is Togar, and this is Ashira, and that's
I'm Drom. That's Togar.
These are my friends.
I don't care about friends.
Well, I'll be friends with you too if you like, but we have tickets for this boat, and we're on a mission.
Make a persuasion check. Oh, you're a sweetie, aren't you? You're a cutie. You be all right, you.
I think you're pretty all right too.
Can I have a hug?
Thank you, but we've just met.
But I want a hug.
Thank you, but no.
Then I can't let you on the ship. Give me a hug.
But sir, your work
Togar is really good at hugging.
important to me.
Togar runs up and gives him a great big hug.
He make a dexterity saving throw.
Togar is unconscious.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess
we randomly throw Togar at him in a hugging position.
Togar, make a dexterity saving throw.
See if I miss the dude and Togar goes off the other side.
Hey, 17.
You
Togar is like a flying
definitely, as you get
star.
thrown to the wolves, this ogre of a man tries to kill you with a knife, and you dodge it deftly as he tries to stab you. Oh, I just wanted a hug from the lovely lady there. Or didn't mean dealing with you piece of shit.
I'm gonna try.
Like the cartoon from Roger Rabbit. Togar looks up and is like, "Oh man!" Ah!
The lady said that she didn't want to give you a hug. Please let us onto the ship now. We have kids to save.
I'll go talk with the captain there. You just wait there. I'll be the first mate. My name's Grog. You got a problem with that there?
No, Ranger. It's not the same Grog, right?
Grog. Groggggggg.
I know. It's not
It's his third cousin. It's spelled different.
It's
okay.
It's a stupid
different.
human that doesn't know how to spell. He added 4 G's to his
I
name.
know. You're not helping. Is this the same?
No, it's not the same goddamn Grog.
That's all I wanted to check because I. Okay.
Oh, it was named after the drink that we share on the ship.
Because starting a fight with that other Grog would be a very bad idea.
No, because that's the Grog I'm looking for. So no.
No,
I am
it's
now
not
going
the
into hero
same
worship
Grog.
if it was.
You
Okay.
immediately recognize that is not even close to the same
Okay, that's
Grog.
fine as long as it's not. I figured my character would see it. That's why.
I know, but I'm telling you that you know
It's not.
immediately
Got
that's
it.
not the same Grog.
Okay. Then yeah, then let him go.
Or I would talk to Captain. Kind of looks at you. Oh, you're pretty.
Well, thank you very much, but I am only interested
It's kind of
in
doing that thing you see in the
platonic
anime where they put their fingers together. You know, the 2 fingers are like, oh, you're pretty.
I don't want to hug people, but thank you.
Do I smell? Is that why you didn't want to hug me?
No, I just want you to do your job very well.
But
I don't
why
want
don't you want to hug me? I'm okay. Do I smell? Is that what it is?
If you did smell, I would have a spell that I would share with you. So it's not that. I
If
promise.
you go, what did you spell? Could you hug me then?
I only like platonic friends, but thank you.
Well, I just want to be a platonic friend.
Maybe
Can I try to
later,
intimidate him?
after we've known each other for longer, and it's.
I
not
want to
so
sneak
weird.
past him and go find the captain.
I'm actually gonna try to intimidate him. Go get your captain now.
Make a roll.
Okay.
Good luck he rolled a natural 20.
Okay.
Oh my.
He punches you in the face, Balin. Oh, you, don't be trying to get me into the lovely Crite. She's a beautiful woman. I don't know why you're here, filthy Bill's Nick.
He just assaulted me, right? Just for record.
Yeah, he punched you. He was like, you don't mess with the gorgeous Crite, I'll kill you.
Let's kill this fucker.
gonna
very
go bad.
tempted.
This is gonna go bad.
I'm gonna sneak past him.
Make
to the
a
damn
self
captain
check with
so he can go.
disadvantage because he is on heightened alert because of Critty.
17.
He rolled a natural 19.
Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna look at Critty. Critty, if you can't make him go to the captain now, this is not gonna end well. And that's all I'm saying.
Make a
Can I persuade him to just
with
do his
advantage.
job?
You have huge advantage because he thinks you're the living goddess on Earth.
Oh no.
This is so perfect. Oh my god.
Can I step in front of Tritty?
No. Critty, what do you say? I just have to hear what you have to say.
Keep making it weird, dude.
What do you say to try to persuade him?
I really think that it's almost time for the ship to leave, so it would probably be helpful if we talked to the captain before we left.
You know, Critty, I respect you. You're smart. I'm going to go get to see Captain.
Wow, a 9 worked?
Yeah, because she has such a huge advantage on this.
Okay, I'm glad you did that. Because otherwise,
well, she has disadvantage. She rolled a natural 1, but then again, he is so smitten with Critty. I couldn't really, honestly. Like, she could have rolled a -5 and even like, oh, Critty said to stab myself. I'm going to go do it right now. A couple of minutes later, you see this. You see this beautiful red tiefling woman come up like, oh, passengers. Delightful. I can see that you've used your charms on my second mate.
Accidentally.
That won't work on me. You'll have to prove yourselves if you want to join my crew. Who speaks for this party and can prove your worth and prove that you are who you say you are? One person only.
What sort of proof are you looking for?
I didn't say, did I, sweetie?
No, you did not.
In fact, since you spoke up, Paladin of Corlong, what say you to prove you are who you are?
I believe we purchased passage on this boat?
Somebody purchased passage, but I don't know if that was you or not.
Evra, he did not say who was going to come to the boat?
Make a persuasion check with advantage because you used the name.
Okay.
$26. I mean, Jesus Christ. Fucking paladins, man. Daughter of Corlon, I recognize you and your party. Well done. Just curious. What did you say?
What did I don't. There was no question. What is she asking? Like how
do you prove? What do you say to prove that you are the party? Give me the thing that you said to get on passage to this boat that's going to Islecross.
I said that Elro has probably mentioned some illness that has been going around the village and needs to be addressed, and that we were the ones going to Islecross to address it.
Indeed. You're delicious. Tell me, daughter of Corlon, are you single?
I'm daughter of Corlon.
That's not what I asked.
I'm single.
Would you care to join me in the cabin of the captain for a delicious feast?
Yes, let's have dinner.
She actually perks up at that because of how well you rolled. Jesus Christ, Cara. Jesus. Oh my God, you rolled a 26. That's ridiculous.
I'm going to look, while this is going on, I'm going to look directly at Hadlin, because I think it's just going to be fun.
Okay.
I thought she said she wouldn't be persuaded by charms that easily. One is in love with Ashira, the other is in love with Critty. I don't know what the hell we're getting ourselves into.
As long as they keep driving the boat, we're fine.
That's what I expect to happen.
Just words right out of my mouth.
Oh, Jesus. All right, so as you guys are boarding, the second mate, Critty, allows everybody else to go on. The captain escorts you personally with her hand, Gara, onto the ship, and kind of gives you a little tickle with your hand, you know, that kind of like, hello there, kind of thing, Gara. And that first mate, who's this giant ogre of a man, he looks big, but he looks kind of sweet, Critty. He's just looking at you like you're so cool. He loves you, like a big brother kind of thing. He's like, oh, Critty. He actually puts down his cloak over the plank for you to walk on. I can't have you stepping on this dirty thing. I got to have you stepping on this. It's not very clean. I'm sorry. I just want you to you're a princess, and I want you to be able to step over the thresholds. Please.
Thank you so much. And I will.
Oh, you're so kind.
Jump over, like barely touching the plank or the cloak.
Make an athletics check with advantage. Thank God you had advantage.
Natural one would not have been rolled.
No, Critty tries to jump over and falls into the ocean and dies because the water is like -12.
Yay, new character animation.
Christy,
the ogre killed you. He would not.
Christy's
be able
character
to live
turns
himself.
into a popsicle and dies instantly.
Yay, guys! I finally got my avatar Tron, and my character just died.
Critty does this beautiful swan jump over and lands, and you see the second mate go, oh my God, she's amazing. He just comes over, milady, can I escort you to your quarters?
Thank you. Please lead the way, and I will follow behind with my companions.
I don't care about them. They kind of suck, but I think you're the greatest.
Thank you, Grog.
I ordered the extra G's because I want people to be intimidated. Tell me what you think, Master Critty, because you're so smart and beautiful. If I go grog, does that work for you?
You know, I appreciate the extra G sound, though. I think you should stick with your name how it is. It's very unique.
Well,
is it obvious that Critty wants out of this situation right now? Can I do? I don't know.
Critty, is it?
I'm being as obvious as I can.
Okay. No, I want to make sure my character.
She's very polite, but she's very much like, we're done here.
Okay.
You actually see Grog like, listen here, you bills. He's actually pushing the crew out of the way. Like if they get in the way as he's taking you to the cabin, Critty, he's like grabbing them and throwing them across the ship and stuff.
Okay,
he's
Ranger,
massive.
Without saying or moving anything, I am going to attempt to silent cast banishment on him.
I'm still going to make you
send him to another plane.
I'm still going to make you slide a hand because the captain's kind of looking at you.
I don't have to do anything. That's the whole thing of Solo.
I know, but there's certain
literally
reasons.
says I make no movement.
I know, but the captain is still looking at you.
Isn't the captain
But there's nothing to see.
Now?
Not really, no. She's just looking for a booty call. There's
like literally nothing to see.
I know, but
can I interject myself in between in order to try to give him cover?
Okay, I will allow that. What do you do, Reed? You see the captain kind of looking at Gar like,
I'll be sort of stretching out like this, looking around, and clapping.
You got to say something. That's not gonna do. You got to say something.
It's a beautiful ship you've got. The woodwork is absolutely stunning. I mean, you can't even tell there's barnacles or nothing on the outside. It's
Make a persuasion check. See if you can distract from her lust for Gara.
Oh, I wish I was good at this. A 12.
She rolled a 3.
God damn, yes!
You're an interesting little halfling.
I do what I can.
And it works. So who was doing what?
I'm subtle casting banishment, so he's just gonna poof away really quick for a minute.
Okay, where are you going?
Me?
Where are they going? Where are you sending? I mean, you're banishing someone. Where are they going?
It's just another plane of existence. That's a harmless demi.
I know, but where do you want
you pick it? Send his ass to Pandemonium.
No, I'm gonna send him into kind of
I'm gonna roll to see where they get sent to.
I'm gonna send him into like the purgatory.
No,
basically
you don't.
Nothing happens.
I gave you a chance. You fucked up.
I said.
No.
I was asking, but it doesn't tell me that I can pick. But okay.
I was gonna give you the option to pick, but you messed that up. Grant.
Yeah, I want to send him to purgatory. I want him to do a harmless demi-plane where like nothing happens, just a void for like a minute.
You send them into the abyss. You sent them to Orcusis.
You can have fun with that.
I just rolled this randomly.
That's awesome. Have fun there.
He comes back like a few seconds later.
No, it's a minute.
A minute later.
It's a minute. I'm gonna tell Critty, let's just go away. He'll be back in a minute. Let's just get out of here.
Well, for those that are still watching him, he literally comes back and is choking. Because Orcus's lair in the abyss doesn't have breathable air. He literally almost choked to death. He's choking, looking around for Critty, his goddess. And
he does seem a little smothering.
He's just sitting there like, you know that thing where you get, he's got saliva and drool and snot just coming out the nose, like just his eyes are bugged out and stuff. It's not a pretty sight.
Well, I don't see it because I did not stick around for a minute to wonder where he went.
Yeah, but you have no idea where your cabins are, so.
I took off down the corridor. I was like, I need to get away. Everybody's obsessed.
Yeah. You're out of the picture. You have not, make a survival check just to see if you can figure out where your cabin is, Critty. No idea.
Doesn't matter at this point.
In fact, you open up a door and you hear, hey, what's going on, pretty lady? Oh, there's a nice.
I don't think we need a cabin. Let's just stay in the hut. We'll just make a hut on the front of the ship.
No, that's not going to be allowed.
Critty will be casting hut every 8 hours on the minute.
No, it's just a self bubble, just so the other guy can't come in. It's
I saw Critty and she wasn't there.
He's just like hugging the bubble from the outside. Critty, I can see you.
Oh, Critty, how did you? You're so important in my life. Critty, come back, I need you. Critty, you're so smart and beautiful. Please come back and give me your knowledge.
I'm going to cast suggestion, and I'm going to suggest that he find a new fascination. And
Natural 18. No, that doesn't work.
I'm going to cast invisibility. Critty does not want to be involved in this situation.
You guys see that during this first day of the trip, the second mate just crying. Oh, she's gone! Oh, beautiful Critty. She's so beautiful and perfect and so smart. I could learn so much from her. Now, Gara, after a little while on the ship, you guys get loaded up. You guys start taking off. The captain comes up. You eventually find your quarters. Critty, you guys find that there's 2 rooms. One for the girls, one for the boys. The boys have like the hammocks hanging up. That's a part of the ship where you can just kind of, you jump in your hammock and you're good to go, right? The ladies, you actually have beds. And Critty, you and Gar are there, and the captain comes in and she knocks on the door.
Yes. Can we help you?
Yes, I've come for my dinner date for this evening.
Well, that would not be my
She
business.
is in a beautiful top that is it's silk and it's very kind of cut, V cut, Gara, where it's kind of revealing certain things in the chestal region, and wearing her boots. She's still got her pants, very nice pants on. That she's seductive, but she's also reasonable. Where it's like, if anything happens, I can still go to the top of the ship and handle business. But and she has this wonderfully kind of one of those you see on sea captain hats where it's like the top is on the right side is lifted up with a beautiful feather arrangement, and then straight on the other side. And she has this beautiful pearl necklace that has this diamond in the center of it. And she's just looking at you like, are you ready for our dinner date, Gara?
Yeah, let's go eat.
All right. You go to the captain's quarters. It's actually this ship's really nice. You would not think that a ship of this caliber would have such a nice cabin quarters, but she's really got it nice. You go in, incense is burning. It's really nice. The smell is wonderful. You can see that she's very tidy. She's very well organized. Everything is in its place and hatched down. And you see this table, this small square table with just 2 chairs is set. And in the middle is a beautiful roasted chicken. You see that there's all kinds of a meal prepared, and she sits down. It's like she actually holds a chair out for you. Please sit.
I sit down.
Okay, and then she sits across from you, and she's like, "This is not going to do." And then she goes over and pours you some wine, and she pours herself some wine. She's like, "So tell me all about yourself."
Well, what is there to tell? I am among a party of adventurers. Go ahead.
I realize this, yes.
And we are currently running errands or missions, as you like, for the Raven Queen.
Mm-hmm.
And we are a very mission-oriented party. Why don't you tell me about yourself? How do you find yourself the captain of this ship?
I'll play your game.
My game? What game? We're asking each other questions.
She kind of winks at you. Hard to get. I love it. She comes over and literally gets out of her chair and comes over to you, Gara, and grabs your hand and kneels before you. My tale can only be earned by those who have earned it. Do you want to earn it?
What does earning it entail?
She leans in to kiss you. What do you do?
I back away. I'm like, we haven't even ate dinner yet. I have a full glass of wine here.
Okay.
Are we eating or are we just skipping dinner?
I don't know. Are we?
I think you have to earn it.
She actually winks at you and kind of sits back down. I respect that. I am from Alexandria. It's hard to explain. I'm not even from this realm. But my story goes way back. Needless to say, I came to this world. I became the captain of this vessel. I make a huge profit from transporting unwanted cargo, if you know what I mean, and have fought many brave adventures.
Do you prefer adventuring as the boat? Are you adventuring with the boat, or
We
are
are
you doing, or is that a separate part of your life, like from the other realm?
In the other realm, I was nobody. But here, I'm somebody. I am the queen of the route between Pelbake Village and our destination. I am a queen with a fortune that would make kings tremble if I so choose. But my humility allows me to know that flaunting one's power and wealth is not advantageous to one's survival. So I play the game. And play it well. Being obscure in my task. Letting others think that they have true power when they really don't. And live a comfortable life like I always wanted on the sea as a queen. And if you think this is the only ship I own and operate, well, you would be mistaken, my sweetness. Daughter of Coralon.
I definitely would not make any assumptions about how many boats you own. That would be a silly thing, and to make such a statement, well, it just seems I don't know. It would be a strange statement to make about how many boats you own. But
are you always this nervous when in the presence of someone like myself?
Nervous. Nervous. I don't think it's really nervous. I am trying to make conversation. I was invited here for dinner. And you make some odd statements about what sort of assumptions I would make about how many boats you own, and it just strikes me as a little odd.
Are you always this analytical?
Yes.
Why?
Because that's how you know how things work.
But what about passion?
Passion.
Does Coralon, the god of the elves, who you are a champion of, allow such things with art and beauty? I would think that these were things that you would embrace.
Those are things that I do love. But I am also a new champion of Coralon.
Indeed. Tell me about that. She gets all like wide-eyed, Gara, and she's like, ooh, tell me about this. What happened?
I used to be an acolyte of the Raven Queen.
Ugh, I find her dreadful. Death and just last rites. What's the point? I mean, darling, you're so much more than that. I can see why Coralon chose you as his champion. I mean, look at you. My goodness. If I was Coralon, I would have chosen you a long time ago.
We had a bit of a rift.
Indeed. Tell me about this. I'm fascinated.
Well, I'm actually from Pale Lake. I was a young girl here when my parents were murdered by a raiding party.
She pauses for a moment and says, "What is your last name, my sweets?"
Oh, the Valley?
She kind of brightens up for a moment. Well, well, well. I knew your father and mother very well.
I don't remember you.
I don't think you would. But they
I also
did.
did not realize you were that old.
What is age? Make a perception check.
You are my parents' age?
Make a
Are
perception
you
check.
older than my parents?
Make a perception check.
I am asking questions.
I know. Make a perception check. See if you can figure it out, because she's not going to give you that answer.
I think I just figured it out, but I'm going to shut up.
She looks young, but you get a sense that she is much, much older than she appears. It's
Ranger,
the eyes that give it away.
I just want to go walking around the ship.
That's fine. We'll get to you in a second, Johnny. But remind me when I get done with this conversation.
Okay.
Your parents were good, decent folk. She kind of shifts. You still get a sense that she's like, I would love to get this girl in bed, but more like, she needs me to answer some questions. And she looks at you like, okay. What do you remember? I love that Bad Ron goes over there just having an orgasm. It's just fantastic.
I mean, he's doing it in chat too.
I know. I saw that, and that's why he has like 4 negative rolls right now. So,
what are they laughing at?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
They're talking about it's Bad Rongo, the character Togar, doing stuff in chat. So continue on, Gara. She actually shifts her mood to more curiosity and a little sadness, and she looks at you like, oh, you were so young. Do you remember that day?
I remember my father yelling at me to run.
Sounds like something he would do, being a former crewmate of my ship. My first mate.
He used to be your first mate?
Indeed. I will only tell you things if you ask questions, my sweets.
How long did he work for you?
Yes.
And you knew my mother too?
A lovely woman, yes.
Did he also go to Islecross?
He did.
Were there things that followed him from there?
Not from there, my sweets.
From where?
Your father was a true believer. An elf. One of the finest men I've ever known. I trusted him with my life. And would give my life for him. Your mother, on the other hand, had a savvy for business. That woman knew the trades to make and the runs to do, and delicious. It's a shame she chose your father. I would have gone after her a long time ago.
Well, at least you're consistent.
You figured it out by now. That being said, in all seriousness, your father was a decent man. He kept true to his beliefs in Corellon. No matter what we were doing, every morning he would pray right before the fallen moon gave way to the new sun.
I miss him dearly.
I miss him dearly too. The raid on our village that day was unexpected. We had heard rumors of orcs and trolls and goblins from the mountains raiding across the land. We never thought in a million years that Pelbank would be a target of theirs. We were naive. We were in harbor that day. I just unloaded a shipment from Islecross. Quite profitable. Your father, I'd given leave for a week to spend time with his young daughter and mother, who he adored. And to check the books with your mother. This is quite a profitable venture we had just done from Islecross for the Empire. She looked sad for a moment. That night, you see tears kind of well up in her, kind of get into her eyes a little bit. I fought my way to your very family home, looking for you, your father, your mother. I'd first stopped by the Temple of Corlan to look for your aunt, but she was alive and well. Strews of bodies around her, the power of Corlan blazing in a way I've never seen before. I guess the lessons learned: if you attack a temple of a god, expect the consequences. I didn't find you. And
I ran.
By the way, your name's not Gara. It's actually Elven, Garo Liasos, which means the new star.
Hell, her name is Garen?
Gar Liasos. Hey, look, I don't write this shit. It's just what the translation came up with.
But her name is Ashira. How did she become Garen?
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to say Shira. Sorry.
Congratulations, your new name is your old name.
Yeah,
He had no character.
I wanted to take Gar's name and make it her actual name, but I forgot about that. So, Ashira is a...
She went, Gar Shira.
Yeah, she's like...
That's not your real accent either. Your real accent is that
the painkillers are kicking in very well. I totally screwed that up with my notes.
And this, kids, is why you do not mix alcohol with pain meds.
No, don't do that. No. It's bad.
Margaritas
it's really
and D&D
bad.
don't mix, kids.
Yeah, it's really bad. She's like, and she's...
But beer goes fantastically well with it.
Yeah, so she basically shares a story. She came to your home. She fought her way there, and she couldn't find you because obviously you had run away. And she found the bodies of your father and your mother. She shares the story how she mourned your mother and your father, and that she actually buried them. And if you want to know where they're buried, she gives you the location. It's a small little tree that's outside the town that she actually placed a marker. It's a small stone marker that she placed that only she knows because of the relationship she had with your mother and father. And she places that and puts that there. Garlioso still means the same thing. Ashar was a name that they gave you because of your inheritance of being your mother and father, she tells you, were concerned because you weren't half elfin. You're actually something divine. Your divine nature really threw them off. When you were born, things happened that really put them in a state of something's not right here. We have to protect her. You weren't born in Pelbake Village. You were born somewhere else. She doesn't know where you were born, but they came to Pelbake Village to protect you. The Ray that night, the way you remember it is news to the captain. She's more concerned with you knowing that your father killed like 15 orcs and a troll protecting your mother, who was no slouch in herself. Your father was a elven warrior. He was a fighter from a clan in the mountains. She doesn't know where, but he was exceptionally skilled with the blade and took out a ton of enemies. Your mother, when she found her, she didn't know at the time, because you know this, the secret little area that they kind of protected you from, like get the hell out of Dodge kind of thing. She had protected you by fighting, like there was a bunch of orc bodies and goblin bodies around her, but she went down with stab wounds and things of that nature. She couldn't find you, but she found them and buried them. So she says when you get back to Pelbake Village, she tells you the location of the tree and of the rock where your parents were buried, that only she knows. The conversation shifts from her trying to get you into the bed into more of like, there's something special about you. I don't know what it is, but there was a destiny assigned to you that I don't understand, that your parents did. They kind of moved you from one location to the next kind of thing. So that's what you're doing with Gara. If you want to ask,
this is a gift beyond price, Captain.
I'm sure your aunt told you all some of these things, or maybe she hadn't had a chance, but you should talk to her more, because she understands more the relationship you have as a chosen of Coralon.
I will speak to her when we get back.
I think you should. Now, if you have any other questions, I'm here to answer them. But let's enjoy a fine dinner. Now that I know who you are, it would be inappropriate for me to use my womanly charms against you.
I would very much enjoy a dinner with you.
And you actually have a very good dinner with her. What other questions do you have, Gar? This is your chance to, as a Shira, to ask those questions.
Why did you hire my father as the first mate?
He actually came to me.
Why? Oh, was that when he just got into town?
I don't know the circumstances. He never really told me. He just showed up one day and said, are you looking for a first mate? The first mate objected, and he soundly defeated him in 2 moves, which impressed me beyond belief. His skill with a sword was unbelievable. He's the only man I ever considered sleeping with.
But my mother.
Oh, that woman. A mind that could melt the hearts of anyone she ever ran into. And I mean that sincerely. She has a charisma about her that was second to none. Intelligent, bright, smart, independent. I can see why her father fell for her.
Did he ever say how he met her?
No, never did. I never pressed.
Did he talk about anything much?
He talked about you. His starlight. His hope that you would not achieve your destiny, but that you would break away from it. that you would be independent. He never really said what he meant by that. He was so cryptic all the time, your father. But of all the things in this world that he ever achieved, you're his brightest star.
I wish I had known him.
He was an amazing man. A leader among leaders. I never had to worry about the ships. In fact, most of the time, I sat in the cabin and let him just run everything. Because he was such a charismatic leader. He had his faults. His idiosyncrasies. His, how should we say, he sucked at gambling. But that being said, he never made huge bets. He would always bet something small. He was more about the thrill of the gamble, not so much what it was being bet on. So he would bet like 5 copper on something trivial. But he enjoyed it immensely.
A gambler.
As an elf, I can see why he would. It was not a part of his culture, as I understand it. He had fun with it. It was not a detriment. It was more a exploration of the human soul.
I imagine he did that a lot.
He did, and with me. He once bet me that I would take a 24-hour shift of watch, and I lost.
What did you lose?
24 hours of performing the watch. When I was asleep, I was supposed to be asleep. He, little bastard that he was. And I say that in the most wonderful... He was a huge man, 6 foot something, but, you know, he bet me that, and I took the bet and lost, and being up for 24 hours as we made our way across to Isle Cross was not the most enjoyable experience I've ever experienced.
But not the worst either.
No.
So where were you from?
That's a long story, my dear. We'll get to that one other day. But we've shared a good drink, many drinks, and shared good food. I think it's best that you go back to your friends.
All right, Captain. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Is there could I ask you a favor, perhaps?
Of course.
Is there a way to tone down your first mate's excitement for my companion?
Why would I do such a thing?
Because it makes her uncomfortable, and I would appreciate it.
I find it amusing. Your companion needs to learn about the real world.
I think
he means no harm. I know him. Grog, as he likes to say, is quite innocent. He would never, ever. He is the most loyal man I've ever met.
It's Groguet.
Groguet. It's French.
Like a tilde or one of those little like pointy things over it.
Don't go churching it up, boy.
She's like, he is quite innocent. In fact, he's a champion of Yolkriti. I've never seen anything like this other than his devotion to me. He would give his life for that young lady. And would never, ever step over the bounds of inappropriateness.
Okay. If you say it is okay to trust him, then I will trust him, but just...
I trust him like I trust your father.
Right, but if he's making her uncomfortable...
I think she needs a little bit uncomfortable in her life, don't you, my dear?
I...
Seems a little bookwormish to me, don't you think?
she is fine as she is. I enjoy her that way. She's very bookish, and I like that about her, and I don't think that's
disagree.
a thing that we need to change. I mean,
I
obviously.
think that where you're going, she needs to grow up.
I would prefer to keep her as she likes to be.
And I think that if she doesn't, she'll be detrimental. Take it for someone who is... She kind of chuckles. Ancient.
Not everyone needs to be ancient.
No, that's my lot in life, my dear.
It's your lot in life. It is not hers.
I have a choice to make here. Do I allow my first officer to look after Critty like she is special, or do I tell him to back off? For the amusement factor.
I will let you think about it. I'm going to go back to my cabin.
All right, you do that, sweetie. And then you go up, and she kind of gives you a nod. And you go back to your cabin. All right, Johnny Moe, what did you want to do, buddy?
Once I see that Ashira was off to her dinner date, I'll wait a minute or two, and then I'll go out and I'll start exploring the ship.
Hey.
Making sure I'm rather nonchalant about it. And then eventually, when I make sure I'm not being seen...
Do you want a stealth?
Absolutely.
Make a stealth check.
16.
Natural 19.
Natural what?
19. Sorry, I was laughing. You hear one of the guys, "Oi, what you doing over there, you little halfling? What you doing up here on the top of the starship?"
We're looking around.
Oh, well, that's all right. Oh, my passenger. Oh, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I mean, what are you trying to... Well, I mean, can I help you?
I'm just walking around a ship, that's all. Nothing big.
Me name's Dinkle. And I can help you. What would you like to know?
Hey, how fast does ship go?
Oh, she's pretty good. 14 to 16 knots, and even the heaviest of weather, she's never sank, and she's done a good job of getting her cargo there. The captain's quite nice and generous with what she gives with the booty.
Never sank? That's always a fine quality in a ship.
Sank a few ships herself in a day, I didn't mean to tell you.
Oh, I have no idea what that means.
Well, people tried to board us, and she said, fuck off, and sank them.
Oh, that makes lots of sense.
She's got tremendous power, that one. It's rumored she's a witch.
Oh. Wow.
She's thousands of years old, that's what they say. But I like to think that she's really nice. She comes up to me every day when I'm doing me rounds, and she says, "You're doing a great job, Dinkle, and I appreciate you."
So your thousands of year old witch captain.
That's right. She's
doing
really
a good job.
kind. She says every day, she's like, "You're doing a good job, Dinkle. Keep it up."
Dinkle, you sound like you're just a man for the job.
Well, I tried to be. She's really kind, and she's made me a little small fortune because she's very generous.
Oh, that's I genuinely want to go and pay my respects to her in the morning. But where's her cabin?
Can I share a story with you?
I feel like you will either way.
Well, there was this one time, and I don't mean to just shoot the shit here. You know what I'm saying? We was in the battle with this undead ship. It came out of nowhere, and the captain, she just jumped up, and she had this light about her, and she just went over to the other ship and just, oh no, this saying the likes. She just started killing everything.
Oh.
And this one time we was sailing across the dangerous ocean, and these tentacles came up, and she jumped into the water and she just, and the next thing I know, we was fine. So I don't know. She's pretty powerful.
It takes a lot, yeah.
But
yeah.
she's really nice. She's really like, did I tell you that she tells me I'm doing a good job every day?
Well, that's good for you. You know,
she's really
She
nice.
sounds like the type that you want to think thinks you're doing good. Cause...
Well, she can also be kind of a bitch because one time I was farting around and she caught me and she's like, "Oi, you get your ass back up there and you'll get those goddamn cells straight away or I'll flay you." And I believe her and I did it.
Well, you know, I mean, that's, from what I understand, it's part of being in management.
I didn't know what that word is.
Oh, it's captain. You know, it's, you've got the officers of the ship. They're in charge.
Oh, the first, you mean like, I don't know what you mean.
Well, she's the captain of the ship.
Right.
So she manages you.
What's that mean?
She tells you what to do.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right.
So,
what would you
when
like
she
to know
tells
about
you
the
to
ship?
do stuff.
I'm confused. All right.
Where are the officers' quarters?
Well, they're on the front of the ship as always. I'm sorry. Wait, front, aft.
Well, I thought they were normally in the rear of the boat.
You're right. In the ports. They're in the port sides.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, that's right. I'm smart, you know.
Oh, you seem bloody brilliant.
No, I'm pretty mentally damaged, yes.
Well, these things happen. I mean,
That's what other people say about me. I'm mentally damaged.
Oh, well, that's rather harsh.
So, uncomfortable silence. What would you like to know?
I pretty much just wanted to know where the captain's quarters were.
Oh, that's easy. That's definitely in the back of the ship. That's going to be in the port, you see.
You told me that.
Yeah, she had she has her eye on that lovely paladin.
I noticed, and your first mate, he's got an eye on my other friend.
He's a strange one, that one.
He seems like a regular fucktard.
No, he's an asshole. But
exactly.
Well, he's a good one because he's very strict. You know, selling these seeds can be quite dangerous, you know what I'm saying? And it'd be quite dangerous, and he's keep us on our toes.
Oh, yeah, you know.
But he's also very kind. When you make a mistake, he tells you why you made the mistake, how you can improve it, and then you fix it.
Oh, that's good. That's called teaching.
Yeah, he's very protective of us. We'll be out in port, and there'll be someone messing with us, and he'll come up and just smack someone right in the face with a big old punch, you see?
Oh, that's polite of him, yeah.
Well, I think it's so. I mean, it's like if someone's going to talk the trash of me captain and me first mate, he's going to make sure that they don't be able to speak again about it.
Oh, no, I can see that.
Okay, uncomfortable silence again. What would you like to know about the ships you see here?
Well, how are the hallways lit?
Well, we got magical things to light them up. I don't know how it works, but I do know that it's pretty good, you see.
Do you know how to turn them lower?
Next question.
Well, suppose I'm walking and, I get up and I want to go upstairs to the poop deck to go and relieve myself. The bright light can really hurt your eyes when you first wake up. Is there a way to dim them?
No.
Fair enough. All right. Well,
why would you want to pee in the dark? I don't understand you.
Well, no, I'm just saying until your eye wakes up.
I mean, if you got the wee-wee, you got the wee-wee. I mean, don't
well,
you want
but you want to know where you're aiming, but at the same time when the lights are strong.
Are you trying to be on the deck? I don't understand what you're trying to say.
Oh, that'd be bloody ludicrous. Why would they do that?
I don't know. You seem a strange
So I said you go to the poop deck. That's where they do it.
Well, don't do the number 2 on the poop deck.
Well, no, it's a general expression for the whole thing. It's the big net you climb out on.
We've got the buckets for that. I mean, what's wrong with
you? Have you been on a boat long?
A long time.
Well, yeah, all right. Then you should know how this works.
I do, but I'm kind of concerned that you're down there.
I just saw Finn's comment. I've been around on enough boats to know how
Finn,
it
take
works.
a +1 dice roll because that made me giggle.
Yeah.
All right, what would you like to know about me ships?
I'm fine now, so I think I'm just gonna walk around, get a little exercise. That's all.
All right, come with me. I'll show you something really. You want to see something really cool?
Oh, sure. Why not?
All right, so you climb the main. I don't know what it's called. I'm sorry. The main.
Well, like the mast.
The mast. You climb up to the top. He's like, "Oh, yeah, we look out for other enemy ships and things that could be killing us and see." But he looks up to the stars. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And you kind of look up in the stars and you see all these stars and just this beautiful, clear night sky read, and you're overwhelmed with how incredible it is. And you hear Dinkle say, "Oh, it makes me feel small. You know what I'm saying? You know what me be saying about this? I mean, look at all them stars.
It's always something when you see something way bigger than yourself.
The gods made those, you know, and just to think that little old me, they made something this beautiful to see the stars tonight. It makes me feel special."
I know what you mean.
It's
the moments like this you have to treasure.
So you gets it. I appreciate you, Reed. Now, what would you like to know about the ship? I trust you. I can tell you anything you wants to know.
Your captain.
What would you like to know about her?
She often go and show an interest in passengers.
Sometimes. But it's fleeting.
You ever seen her harm a passenger?
No, never. Captain takes her job seriously. When she accepts a job, you know, she's going to get the job done, whether it be a passenger or cargo or both.
Well, how about grog? Or grog?
It's so strange. I've never seen Grog like this before. I mean, he plays a tough guy, but when it comes to people he cares about, he really, really does put his life on the line. I'd be thinking that's why the captain be liking him so much.
That's good. You always want a strong man like that on your side, but...
I mean, he's not the same as our first mate, but he's a good second mate. The first mate is, I mean, he's good, but the first mate that I served under, he was really special.
I gotta stop looking at chat. I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
I know.
Well, how close are you with this grog?
I mean, I'm close enough. We've been serving for years.
You're friendly enough to be able to have a talk with him?
I sure am. What would you like me to tell him?
I think that maybe you just, ask him to ease up a bit on my friend. Admire more at a distance than
he immediately
up close.
starts climbing down the scaffolding down to the pole, down the main, wooden pole, and he climbs all the way down. He just leaves you there, Reed, which is a beautiful night. It's not cold, it's not warm, but it's just that right temperature where just like you feel like you're one with the cosmos. And he climbs down, and then we'll leave that conversation there. And then Critty, in your room, Gar's not there, you hear,
I ignore the door knocking. I cast silence on the room.
okay, you don't hear anything. How long does silence last?
10 minutes.
Our rooms are adjacent, right? So we hear
Yes.
this. I'm gonna look out the door. After,
Make a perception check. See if you actually wake up.
Oh, we're sleeping at this point? Okay.
It's pretty late, yeah.
Okay. 23.
You hear this. You go outside, Balin.
And who's that?
You see Grog sitting there in front of the door on his knees. Well, one in that one kneeling position with his blade out in front of him, knocking on the door.
What are you doing? It is late.
Oh, offended me, mistress. I must apologize profusely and promise never to bother her again.
Apologize in the morning. She's trying to sleep. You're making it worse.
I can't. Me honor bound to do this right now. I must apologize. Never bother her again and never look at her graceful presence.
Now is not the time.
Listen, you. I don't know who you are, but Critty's amazing, and I've offended her, and I must ask for forgiveness.
You are offending her more now. I hope you realize that. Wait until morning.
Who are you?
I am actually a friend of Critty.
Oh, are you?
Unlike you, so it is time for you to leave.
Well, I'm not going to leave. What you going to do about it?
I am going to. Give me 1 second.
What are you going to do, Finn? What you going to do, brother?
Trying to see.
And then?
I'm going to cast Flame Blade. So out of my right hand appears a blade made completely of fire.
And then in his hand appears a blade of blue fire. Oh, I can do that too, you little weasel.
Okay. Spending 2 sorcery points, casting a hound to attack him, and then as a bonus action, and I'm going to straight up attack him with my sword.
Counterattack, nothing happens.
What do you mean counterattack?
He casts a 5th level counterattack on that.
It's not a spell.
Oh, it's not.
No, the hound is an ability. It's part of my shadow sorcerer. There's
So
a hound.
let me get this straight. You're attacking the first mate of the ship that you're on that's going to Islecross. I just want to make sure I'm getting this correctly.
Yep.
Okay. He's like, oh, you got nice little pets. Me can handle that does quite well. All right, roll initiative, Finn. See who goes first.
And I'll actually call for the guys for help too, since the door's open. I'm not an initiative person. I don't have a good initiative.
He doesn't attack you, Balin. He looks at the hounds that you summon, and you see him with that blue blade.
Hmm?
He's going to attack them. Oh, no. He does 78 damage to your hounds.
Okay,
and instantly.
I'm done.
And then he looks at you, he's like, look, I'm not trying to cause trouble here.
You are if you're trying to wake Critty. Now is not the time.
You don't speak for the goddess.
You don't either. Go away.
I'm not. So either you try to kill me and then get thrown off the ship in the middle of the ocean, or you let me do me rights. I'm not asking for much other than to apologize.
Apologize in the morning. No one's stopping you. Now is not the time.
Oh, I disagree. I was told by my crew that I need to apologize because I was a dick.
You're being a dick even more now. How is that helping?
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage because you attacked him.
21.
Oh, nice. He looks at you, he's like, what? Are you saying that my actions are worse for the goddess than wait until the morning to be humble?
That is correct. I will even go one step further. I will help you talk to her in the morning. Come see me, not Critty, and I will help you talk to her to apologize to regain your honor.
You'll help me with the goddess?
Yes.
He hugs you. do you stop it?
No, I'll just let him hug.
He hugs you greatly. Oh, you're such a good man. I love you. I'm so sorry.
I'll let the blade go away.
I'm so sorry.
I don't say anything.
He pulls away and he looks at you. What's your name?
My name is Balin. Tomorrow, you will listen to me. If you want to make amends with Critty.
I really do. She's so angry at me. I don't want her to be angry at me.
Then tomorrow. Now go to sleep.
Alright, I'm gonna go sleep. I just don't want her to be angry at me. I just think she's awesome.
Yeah, that she is. Go to bed.
Alright. He just leaves. He doesn't say anything else, he just leaves, Balin.
Okay. I'm gonna wait for about 5 minutes for him to go away.
Oh, he gone. There's no sound, there's no nothing. You feel pretty confident that he is gone.
Okay. I am going to attempt to, I don't know if, I guess I don't know if silence is still up. I'm going to attempt to whisper in the loudest voice as if like, it's that type of voice where if somebody is awake, they might hear you, but if they're not, it won't wake them up. I'm going to try to see if I can call for Critty through the door.
Critty, make a perception check with advantage, because your spell would have ended by this. Yeah, I mean, 10's good enough to hear. You hear kind of, you don't really make out what it says, you just hear Balin like,
I ignore Balin too.
That's fine. So I'll assume that she's sleeping and go back to my room.
You ignore Balin too. That's fantastic.
She's gonna piss. I'm not surprised at all.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love it. It's so good. All right. Anybody else for the night activitas?
Just when I had been up there in the crow's nest after I see that Dingle had left, I'll climb back down. I'll start going through the hallways. I'll sort of perch myself in a corner outside.
You have
of the
advantage
captain's
on
quarters.
survival checks on the makeup of the ship if you want to have any kind of like understanding where everything is.
I'm just looking for the captain's quarters.
You find it. It's not hard.
I'll sort of perch myself stealthily in the hallway until I see Ashira come out.
How far after Ashira had gone to the cabin's quarters did you go to do this?
Oh, I waited about a minute, maybe 2, before I started going out and looking for it. I wanted to make sure that she was covered. I figured that Critty would be covered by the rest of the group. I wanted to make sure Ashira wouldn't be off on her own.
Okay, then in that case, then I'll say that you see Ashira coming easily out of the cabin's quarters. I don't know, Ashira, how are you feeling at this moment?
A little shook. I just got a bunch of information about my dead parents.
Let's see how much Reed scares the shit out of you. Reed, roll a stealth check, and Ashira, roll a perception check.
Well, as soon as she'd come out, I would.
I know, but she still could be surprised by. She's not expecting you to be there.
She opens the door and you fall through it.
roll it.
Why isn't it rolling? Nothing's rolling on me.
Well, that's a fitting roll for what just went on.
Oh, there, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, when you think about it.
All right, so I hit the button a few dozen times.
And every single one is
every single one. You scared
all but one.
You scared the living.
The hell.
You scared the living dog shit out of Shira. Shira, you're coming out of the cabin and you're a little shook, but yeah, that's exactly what happens as you just pop up like, oh, how did it go? Hurdy.
It's nice to see you too.
Literally scared the shit out of Shira. She had no idea you were there. She had no idea that you were there. You literally just come out of the shadows, and she's just like, if she could pee her pants, she would, but she's a paladin of Corellon, and she won't do that. That's literally how much you scared the shit out of her.
Sorry, I startled you.
Yeah. Just let me get my breath back.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Reed, what do you say?
A house dinner.
Interesting. It was an interesting dinner.
That's good.
It's okay. It turns out the captain knows my parents.
No.
Oh, that's good.
Yes, it was. It's very good. It was very nice to have dinner and talk about my parents.
I was afraid there may have been a more sinister intention there for a moment.
There was that too, but I think when she realized that I was the child of her friends, that it made it awkward and uncomfortable enough that even she could see that was not a.
Yeah, I could see that turning it into the awkward boat. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the awkward boat.
Well, I just, figured I'd go out for a walk and stay in an area where, although I know you can take care of yourself just in case.
I appreciate that. Everyone can use a little help sometimes, you know?
It's always good to have friends nearby.
Especially deadly ones like yourself, sir.
I try.
I mean, I would much rather be your friend than on the other side of your crossbow over there.
Well, so far you always have been. So, I met one of the crewmen. I'm not thinking there's much of an IQ test to get a job on this boat.
Didn't the first mates give you that idea?
The Reed, you get a sense that Dinkle, although you get a kind of a Rain Man vibe from him, exceptionally smart, but has no common sense whatsoever.
I think that they all very much know their job. Whatever it be, on the boat, make the boat go. They may not get out much, though.
You would think. I mean, then again, they are sailors, and sailors are on the sea, and
by themselves with nothing but themselves and alcohol.
Yeah.
But yeah, I had a doozy of a conversation. And they all seem to have these just spectacular names.
Please continue, Reed.
So, I mean, I can't wait to figure out who the third officer is, see what that name would be. But so I was talking to Dinkle, who
Dinkle.
Yes,
that's the name.
Yes. I didn't bother to ask for a surname or anything, but he brought me up. He was showing me the stars.
Sir Dinkle. Lord Dinkle.
Sir Dinks-a-lot.
Just hoping the last name's not Barry.
Grim, get a free roll.
He was showing me the stars, and I told him that his first mate had come on a little strong on Critty, so I'm hoping that considering he scurried off right after that, I'm hoping he didn't do anything stupid, like immediately go and tell the guy, like, you should go and stubbornly apologize immediately, or nothing, but you never know.
Which is exactly what he did.
I mean, honestly, I would not put it past any of them. They do not seem to have, is it common courtesy or
common sense or
common sense? Maybe common sense is it? I
think it's probably a little of each.
Yeah. Well, the captain, I did ask her to, lighten up on our friend Critty, and she didn't sound inclined to do so. I think she gives them a lot. She seems to be indulging them as it's a harmless, like she sees it in a very harmless way. When it could be very distressing on the other side of that. You know,
one person's harmless is another person's harmful.
Yeah, exactly.
I fire an arrow at somebody. It does me no harm. I mean, occasionally I've gone and built up a bit of a callus. But what'd you say?
Yeah.
You mean like melting an elf?
Yeah, you know, I got a little bit of a stiff finger afterwards, but you know. If you evaporate enough elves, eventually it sinks in. But you know,
I'm reading cellular matter on this wall. It looks like an elf.
Yeah, hydrogen, oxygen were separated in the process.
It's 6,000 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Like they detected
thank you, Dr.
the matter
McCoy.
of the dude.
Yeah, thank you, Doctor Who. Shut the fuck up, Grim.
But you know, one person's harm is another person's not harm. So I'm just hoping the guy mellows out a bit. Be a shame if he fell overboard.
Would it be though? Would it be?
I'd feel bad for the shark or whatever would eat him.
All right, you guys say anything else?
Just walk her quietly back to where our quarters are.
There you go. You walk in, you see Critty nice and asleep, in a very peaceful sleep. Next morning comes around, and that's where we're going to leave it for the next campaign. So we'll be back next weekend to see what happens when they land in Ice Lacrosse. Jesus Christ. Welcome to D&D Saturday Nights with RSG. Jesus Christ. Oh, I needed that so badly. All right, so thank you guys for joining us. This has been D&D RSG Saturday Nights with the crew and all these wonderful people. So big shout outs in the chat for the folks doing the role playing. I'm just the facilitator. That's all I do. So thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm getting ready to go join Cubs on his channel because he's a potato head, and I love him. And join him and talk about the stuff in Swaggo. But I'll be back tomorrow for some more Swaggo, maybe some D&D. I gotta say, my mom has some crazy ideas about doing shit outside, so oh Christ.
Good luck.
Yeah, I may be taking some more pain medicine. But thank you guys for joining us.
Storming the castle.
Yeah. I'd rather be storming the castle than doing this shit. So
you still on a hill?
No, this is the front. We created a walkway with paver stones, but because of so much rain over the years and stuff, they've shifted, and they're actually dangerous. That's how I hurt my ankle. I actually stepped on one and turned my ankle to where it's literally, if you guys can see my leg right now, it's completely purple, and pretty bad.
They just sanded in pavers, or
yeah, it's we gotta put some more. We gotta put some more. It's not sand. It's that paver kind of cement kind of sand. You know, that gray shit. Yeah,
where you wet it down and it sticks.
You
almost gotta pull them up and re-level it.
Yeah, you have to pull up all the stones. That's what's really killing me. Is pull up all the stones, redo the gravel, redo the gray sand kind of nonsense, whatever the paver bullshit, whatever it is. So on top of my ankle killing me, my goddamn my hamstrings are killing me because I'm lifting these are 40-pound stones. So every time I lift one up, I have to move it off, set it up so she can, bring the goddamn bag over, let her open it up, dump the shit so she can move it out, and then bring the stone back over, put the goddamn stone in. It's like one of those things.
You go through and pound it all down first?
Yeah, pretty much. You pick things up and put them down?
Yeah.
I picked them up. I put them back down again.
So what do? I pick things up and put them down.
Yeah. If the song was
screaming it off.
Yeah, this whole time I'm
screaming in a German accent the entire time.
I get knocked down and I get knocked down. But,
quit whining, you girly mouth.
Come on, shut up, you pussy. Just work. Yeah. But big shout out to Hadelin and Reed and Togar and Balin and Ashira and Critty and of course Drom, our wonderful cast of characters. Thank you guys so much for the subs. Thank you so much for following us. I'm going to go jump on Cub's stream here in about 10 minutes, and we're going to go do that. But hey, you guys got 4 hours of D&D. That's why I started it early. Thank you guys for joining us. I may do D&D tomorrow. Depends on what I have to do outside. I have a bad feeling about this, as Han Solo would say. I'm definitely going to do everything in my power to make sure we do D&D tomorrow. Definitely do GAC. Even though my opponent did the old FU defense. Hey, I can't beat you, so I'm going to put all my Galactic Legends on defense. Dick. Sorry, I'm so angry right now about this shit. I'm like, oh, come on. I have to do content. I need a good fight. Why are you being like this? Jesus Christ. So
if you guys want, I think we're all gonna go like just chill in the Discord for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, join the
Ranger
Discord.
Starts streaming again.
Yeah. Well,
so
I'll be in
hang out
Cubs
with us there.
Discord doing that thing, but you guys can check me on Cubs channel. I encourage you guys to go join the Discord with these awesome people, and you can ask questions and just have fun chilling out with these wonderful people. Please do that. Please make sure thank you for all the subs. If you haven't subbed already, maybe think about it. I don't know. Just throwing it out. Watch the video. Just throwing that out there.
And if you come over to Discord, bring your questions if you have any.
Yeah, that's great too. Finn, when will this be uploaded on YouTube? Because you've got to actually done a good job of catching up.
Everything is caught up until the 24-hour stream because I have to clip that.
And
that's where we stop. So I'm working on clipping it because otherwise it comes out of order.
And then
soon TM.
All right, CG Finity. So that'll eventually be uploaded.
What is CG?
You know what? You goddamn well know what that is, Brockfinity. Don't even play games, Dickosaurus. If you appreciate all you guys' support. So love you guys. Thank you guys for being in the chat. I hope you guys enjoy this. If you do, let us know what you enjoy, what you don't enjoy. I mean, I'm open to constructive criticism. I say that with constructive criticism. Say, you guys suck. I'm just going to give you the middle finger and delete you. So sorry, I just don't put up with that shit. So everyone have a great rest of your night. I'll see you over on Cubs channel. Everyone join the Discord with these awesome people, and we will see you next time, next Saturday. Peace out.
See ya.
Bye.